Let's get him.
Hurry!
Faster, faster.
Merry Christmas, you jewellery makers.
If you're new to Jewellery Maker, simply contact our call centre and we'll send you a tutorial DVD and Get Started booklet, all free of charge.
Oh, my name's Sheila and today I've been on the Macrame wirework course. It's a brand new course. I was a little bit worried as to how it was going to go on because when I did another Macrame course I had a bit of a problem getting everything to work, but Mark is extremely patient. He's been very good going around with everybody and making sure that they're happy with what they're doing. And if you do get stuck on anything, it's not a problem. He just comes around and sorts it out for you. I think the Macrame wirework course is going to be a real good seller because you can do so much with it. There are so many different techniques within it which make it look complicated, but it isn't really. When you break them down, it's quite simple, and I would thoroughly recommend it to anyone who wants to do a workshop.
Join Karen Crawford on a new DVD to Jewellery Maker, Talk Necklace Projects. You'll learn lovely talk necklace designs, such as the freeform talk necklace, colour grading, how to add gemstones, the Aztec weave, and how to add embellishments. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Hello everybody, welcome to Designer Inspiration and welcome to our winter night show. Today, whatever, I am joined by the wonderful, bells are ringing, Mark Smith.
Good afternoon, I'm here.
Oh, I know, he has
Panic
had a
over.
nightmare.
I'm
Right,
here.
can you fill us in
Panic here.
please on the nightmare
Can I have a
that has
whinge?
been in your morning?
Does this mean anything to you? Engine misfire, fault with number 3 coil, replaced coil, cleared codes and replaced the NSR brake lamp bulb, ignition coil and a 12-volt bulb.
Now, I don't know any of those terms, but it sounds like your car broke down to me.
It did. A little warning light came on at 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't drive faster than 10 miles an hour. So I thought it sounded a bit funny because I did a late show last night going home, but I just turned the music up.
Oh, brilliant.
Which isn't a good thing.
No, it's not the way to fix a car.
That happened this morning, and bless them at the garage, they were stars, and they got the part there and then, and it was fixed, and amazing. But I just think we take our cars for granted, don't we? We just put the key in, and we hope they're going to work and get us here, and when they go wrong, it's at really inopportune moments, you just think, thank God for mechanics.
Yes, absolutely.
So the mechanics that helped me this morning, thank you very, very much.
Congratulations. Yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't have had Mark here.
Yes.
That would have been an absolute nightmare. Good.
Thank
you feel better after
Much
that?
Better, yes.
Good.
Very
Sometimes
hot.
you need a rant. I know
Very
it's
hot.
warm, isn't it? Is this aircon on? Woo. Today is our winter nights show, so we've got a little bit of inspiration around kind of this beautiful time of year, the festivities. It's all about getting your friends and your family together, and you've got some beautiful, beautiful makes to go along with this theme. Truly, you're going to adore both of the designer inspirations today. You'll adore them even more when I tell you both will be under £30. So I've got lots and lots of treats for you today. I put up on my Rebecca Redican Presenter Facebook page about a little few treats, and one of them that's coming up now is your Santa special. This one locational gemstone has always been a rarity. Of course, it is one locational. It is from a very renowned area. If I say Tanzania, there's probably a few big names popping into your mind. You might be thinking of the huge names like your highly aware of the fact that it may well be one of the last times I actually get to present this on the show. We've been told that the amount of this gemstone we're able to get on the show, but also to us here as a company, has been cut dramatically. I'm talking about way over half of our stock that we were able to get a couple of years ago, we're now able to get, and even then that's at a push, that's at a serious push, and that's if we're willing to pay between an extra 200 and 300% for it. This strand that I have right here, right now, is going to blow you away. I know that already. I'm happy to say I've got over 200 of them, which is fantastic. I cannot encourage you enough, if you're able to multi-buy on this, because I know that this is one of, if not the last strand of this gemstone that we purchased before that 300% price hike took place gem world over. If you want to get your hands on this, I cannot think of a better time. This is an heirloom. This is to be enjoyed. This is Tanzanite for under £40. Not just any Tanzanite either. A double strand of Tanzanite. An absolutely whopping 115 carats worth of Tanzanite. This is a new strand in for us, recently brought to us. It is one of a kind in its beauty, in its quality. It is truly, truly a gemstone that we've said many, many, many times. It was a one-generational stone, that it was coming to the end of its life with us here, essentially because the area that we mine in, we get most of our Tanzanite here at the Genuine Gemstone Company from Block D, which is a relatively small block compared to, say, like your Tanzanite 1 mines, etc. So we get the majority of ours from the D block, which is relatively small. Now, in that block, it's one of the only blocks that is still pulling any yield out of the ground. Some of the mines and some of the blocks have actually been closed now until further notice, realistically, for a number of reasons. One, the yields aren't good enough for us to kind of amount the cost of actually mining for it, because in some areas we're mining around 800 meters into the crust of the earth. That means, yeah, have you got a photo of the block? Brilliant. So can you see our block where we get the majority of ours, which is probably where this strand is from, is Block D. So if you see, it's the one right at the side. It's one of the smallest ones. It's one of the smallest areas, but it's one of the only places that is still taking yields out, because we have actually had to, there have been quite a few closures and quite a few kind of closed until further notice, because we are so deep into the crust of the earth, we haven't actually got the resources available to us to get any further into the ground. And even if we do find resources such as things like heavy machinery or even dynamite in some cases, because of the situation and because of the way the earth is and the crust of the earth, you're so deep down, because the way that the kind of earth itself forms, it's so much harder that even if we put all of this money into these resources, we still can't guarantee that if we use them, it's talking about thousands and millions of pounds sometimes to try and use and try and get more out, we can't guarantee that we'd actually even get the yields out. We just don't know. We've never been down that far before for Tanzanite. So we really cannot say. This is a gemstone that we know for a fact, unless something random happens, like we find it somewhere else, trust us, we've been looking, you know, as you can imagine, unless we find this somewhere else or unless something absolutely dramatic happens, this will be a gemstone that we won't be able to get in a few years' time at all. This will be a gemstone that, you know, my children, your grandchildren probably won't be able to buy first-hand in a few years' time. It will be truly an heirloom piece. Congratulations to my quadruple buyers on this, to all of you quadruple buyers, to all of you triple buyers, you multi-buyers as well. You are getting yourself a true treat. Especially when I tell you that this gemstone that we've had on recently, now don't get me wrong, I understand that the ones we've had recently have been in rounds, etc. So obviously that's much more work to be put in. But the gemstone strands of Tanzanite that we've had on recently have been around the, well, we've had some around the £100 mark. We've had some around the £70 mark. I'm absolutely shocked and astonished that I'm able to say to you that this is going to be under £40 by quite a lot. In fact, it's going to be half of that amount, even though actually you're getting double the amount when we talk about the strand, because this is a double strand. You're getting almost a meter's worth of genuine Tanzanite. This is not one of those gemstones that will be around for long, and we know that for a fact. If you watched a few months ago now the ITV programme about the company, about Gemporia, if you watch that, you'll know that Gems TV, our sister channel, has actually been putting a lot of time and effort, care and thought into finding another gemstone that can take this gemstone's place, because this right now, when it comes to sought after gems, summit point gems, gems that people want, need, love and adore, this is kind of the jewel in the crown, really. Tanzanite is at this moment in time beating diamonds in some kind of areas of popularity, hand over fist, it truly is. So we as a company have been working really hard to try and find a substitute. If you don't want a substitute, if you want to get your hands on this for possibly one of the last times, now's your opportunity. I told you it'd be under 40, I've then given you a hint it's going to be under 20. The reason I'm pulling off and leaving this price point is because I want all of you lot who've already got it, names almost going off my screen twice now, quadruple buyers everywhere, double buyers, triple buyers everywhere. I want all of you lot to click out and be happy with your purchase, so that when I bring the price in, everyone who rushes to the phones and is absolutely shocked at the price has a chance in the queue. I'm happy to say I've got over 200, and that is astonishing, especially when you see the price isn't £20, it's actually £9.95. £9.95 for Tanzanite.
Really?
I know, right?
When you were talking about quadruple buyers, I thought something's going on here.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
You've obviously worked with Tanzanite a few times before yourself. How do you feel when you're working with Tanzanite?
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's such a, I think it's a privilege to work with a stone that is so rare, isn't it? And to be able to have a metre of it to work with at home, it's just phenomenal. No, it's amazing.
It is absolutely astonishing, isn't it? Isn't it?
I've never seen it at £9.95.
That's amazing,
That's silly
isn't
money.
it? Isn't it? Genuinely. Genuinely.
Yes.
The thing is, I think, to be honest, we've had a meeting with Steve this morning, haven't we, team? Yeah. It's a nice meeting. We had a little clap at the end. We were all very polite. Oh, thank you kindly. We had a little meeting with Steve this morning, and he was kind of talking about the company and about how, you know, obviously the company is obviously very, very important to him, but also to all of us as kind of a family here, from, you know, us who work in the studio, us who work in the gallery, people who work in the warehouse, people who work in the call centre. It's a really, really important place for us, not just because it's job or just because it's work, but because we do genuinely believe in it. And I think it's because of deals like this on gemstones that you know and we know everywhere else have gone up by minimum 200%. And when we say minimum 200%, we're talking about when Steve went to, in September, he went to a huge gem show, one of the biggest gem shows in the world, and it's kind of where all the mine owners are and where all the proper gem collectors are and where all the main people from cutting houses are, etc. And even to get them from the mine directly, it's gone up by 200 to 300%. Now you just think, if all these, you know, majority of people who are buying them at an extra 200%, they're not just going to put the price up by 200%, are they? That's going to be going up by 500%, sometimes even 600%, sometimes even more, because obviously they've got to make up for the profit that they're essentially losing. We don't do that. We don't extortionate. We don't see a 200% price hike and say, do you know what, we can whack 600% on this, why not, everyone else is. And that's why this company, for all of us here and for a lot of you at home, is something that we all do believe in. And that's why we're happy, in fact over the moon, to be able to bring you a gemstone that some companies can't even get their hands on at all at the moment. So it's a real privilege for us, it genuinely is, to have it here. And when I say some companies, I mean big, well-known companies sometimes can't even get their hands on this right now. But also it's really important for us and really lovely for us that even though we are able to bring you a very prestigious stone such as this, we're able to still stick to kind of the ethics of the company and keep it at amazing prices. $9.95 for Tanzanite, a gemstone which truly you may not be able to get your hands on very, very soon, is absolutely astonishing. All of you who are getting it now, all of you double buyers, what I would say is, even if maybe chips and nuggets aren't necessarily your thing, I would say if they're not, they should be. Come to a workshop, because Mark, you love them, don't you?
I love them. We had one day before yesterday. We had macrame on Monday and chips and nuggets on Tuesday, and it was an amazing day. And the jewellery that we produced was just phenomenal, absolutely amazing. No, brilliant day. Brilliant day. We have 5 strands of chips, not Tanzanite unfortunately, but I'm working on it.
Well, you'll have to work quick.
Yes.
You have to work quick. Can I have a quantity check, please, on this? Brilliant. So I started off with over 200, which is fab. I've got 180 gone already. So if you want to get your hands on them, please do so quickly, because I would say, even if you're looking at this now and thinking, I've not even opened my basket today. I've watched the old morning show. I had a whale of a time. They were really great. There was some pieces I haven't bought, but I haven't opened my basket yet, or I won't open it. I would honestly say, just open it for this. Open it for this, even if this is the only thing you treat yourself to today, because by the looks of things, this will be a sellout. To you, I haven't got a clue. I don't even know one at this price point. Who knows? So even if you're opening your basket, it's only $2.95. You get your hands on it. It's stunning. RUGK48 is your code. There's still people waiting on the phone lines for this. I am going to move on though, because I have got so much to fit in. But please do stay on the phone lines, okay? Because I have got a few left, but not as many as we would probably like. Over half my stock gone, obviously. So do treat yourself to that, because it's amazing and it's Christmas. Treat yourself. Okay, I'm moving on to your challenge. Triple whammy challenge here. Oh, they're lovely and cold. I do love quartz for that reason.
We must come up for another name other than challenge.
Pleasure.
It's not really a challenge, is it?
Well, these 3 aren't in particular.
I didn't choose it today either. Normally
no.
Because I was late, I didn't get to rifle through and choose something.
No, so how do you feel about these?
These are perfect.
They're kind of up your street, actually, aren't they? Because of the size and the shape.
Yeah, I mean, they're the same gemstone, 3 different sizes. That's perfect. Graduating, it's ace. Really
There's no colour that you have to pick out.
That's a pleasure, though.
No, of course.
No, these are really nice.
This is your snowstorm, and here today we have got full plain. The great thing about this is the symmetry to it, in the sense of the same gemstone with the same effect. So all of these are crackled, so you can see internally that they've all got this beautiful internal crackle effect. Almost looks like ice, doesn't it? Really. So you've got that beautiful crackle effect on every single one of these. Another great thing about this is the fact of the sizes. They go up evenly. So you've got a 4, a 6 and an 8. So 2 mils different on each one of them. Now, why is that so good? I know guest designers always say that if there's kind of a symmetry to the size going up, it's a positive. Why is that?
Well, firstly, I think for simple things like earrings, it's always nice to have graduating in size, aesthetically, the way the earrings look.
Yeah.
And then you can replicate that in necklaces and bracelets. But for me, there's 3 different things I can use these for. So the larger ones will be your Shambhala style bracelets.
Yes.
Okay, with the toggles. Okay.
Lovely.
The weeny tiny one you would use for Kumo braiding.
Oh, gorgeous.
Which we've got a bit of in the design inspiration, and in the second one actually. And then the middle size, I'm sorry, but you know that's just screaming out cuff. I know I've done it before, but I'm just desperate to do it again. The triple macrame cuff.
Oh yes.
With gold wire. I just think it's going to look stunning with this. So I know I've done it before, but
Yeah, but there's new people tuning in every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just...
Some people have broken up from work already.
crying out for this technique that size.
Oh, I can't wait
Amazing.
to see it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's beautiful.
excited. Now, snowstorm. The weather outside is frightful. I won't carry on. And we have got a snowstorm coming into the studio at a whirlwind of an icy price today. It's just £14.95 for you today on all of these. That's 3 strands. We're looking at under £5 per strand today. They're absolutely wonderful, and actually I would say these would go really, really nicely with the selection that you've got in that first designer inspiration, because as we know, it's the chameleon of all gemstones, takes up all of the different colours shining through. These are from the first DI that I've got coming up in a bit. You can see that as the light shines through and it bounces through, I think these would go quite nicely with that first kit actually.
Would work really well against the blues.
Oh yeah. Yes, I love that idea.
Yeah.
Hello everyone who's getting your hands on this today. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. If you do want to get in touch, by the way, feel free to, because it's getting close to Christmas. We love to hear what you're up to and what you're doing. Isn't it only 13 more sleeps?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, Ben, that reaction was quite violent, like, oh, why is that not good?
I've just got no time.
You've got no time. Have you done your Christmas shopping?
I bought a salmon.
You bought
a whole salmon.
Wow.
Ben did buy a whole salmon. Now, Ben, who have you bought this whole salmon for?
I don't know. I figured we'd have a party at some point.
You figured you'd have a party at some point, so bought a whole salmon. Now, is this a cooked salmon?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
It will be.
Have you ever cooked a whole salmon, Ben?
No, I've cooked a part of a salmon.
You've cooked, and this is a technical term, part of a salmon. Do you mean a fillet?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long is this salmon? Because you might have to get a special saucepan to cook it in, unless you cut it in half.
It's a bit less than a metre.
A bit less than a metre?
You'll have to go to a
less than a metre?
You'll have to go to a cookery shop and hire a fish kettle, which is the length of the salmon that you have to put on 2 gas rings.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you can hire them quite reasonably for Christmas. Because you don't want to cut it up, do you
Isn't
really?
this like the size? That's almost a metre. I don't think it's. So you've got a salmon this big.
No, it's like...
How big? Why are you measuring it on your legs?
It's the size of my thigh.
It's the size of your thigh. I'm not going to ask. Let's move on. If you do want to get in touch today, feel free to text us 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. We will be revisiting these beautiful trio later on to see Mark's challenge. Now, the ball chains we're going on to next. Now, you're a fan of ball chain, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell me, because we've got 3 different lengths of it today.
Okay.
Why do you think it is so popular? Because we've seen quite a lot of people creating some piece with this. We've seen quite a bit of it on the Wall of Fame recently. Why do you think it is so popular?
Well, there's one particular jeweller that you have breakfast at.
Oh yes, yes.
That use it predominantly as a pendant drop, as a chain for pendants.
Yes.
Okay. Now in our local DIY centre, before we used to stock it, before we started getting the ball chain here.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a project on the Makes for Men DVD using it.
Okay, yeah.
Which we've got a sample of over on the wall, over on your left in the middle. To the left of the black bust in the middle is a little bracelet.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Peter.
And so I went into this DIY chain, and the price were astronomical for base metal, just ordinary base metal, $7.95 a metre.
Wow.
And you had to cut it. It's really tough stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And so I bought some of this, the gold and the silver, predominantly for the DVD, knowing that we were starting to get the ball chain. So it was just to give people a taster. And it's amazing in this particular macrame technique. Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
It is really pretty. Can you grab that for me, Ben?
It's the left of the black bust in the middle.
In the middle, there, down. No,
right,
it's a bracelet.
It's a bracelet laying down.
Bracelet laying down.
Yeah, the gold.
Gold
beads.
and black.
There we go. That's it. Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you learn how to make this on the Makes for Men DVD, and we show you a couple of little alternatives with it as well. It's beautiful. Really nice.
It looks like you've taken individual tiny fiddly annoying gems and had to individually thread them and kind of sew them in, but you haven't. It's just ball chain.
Yeah, they make amazing napkin rings as well. Use any colour threads and satins or wax, anything you've got at home, and just colour coordinate them with your tableware for Christmas.
It's stunning, isn't it?
Amazing.
I did put a heads up about this on my Facebook page earlier on because I know that a lot of you have been waiting for this. We know that it's extremely popular and we know that the price point you're going to adore as well. So I did put a little heads up for you on that Facebook page, and I think quite a lot of you have paid attention because this is flying out of the door. We've actually got the same size here by the looks of things because I've got 3 different sizes of the ball chain, and it looks like we've actually got the same one for this bracelet. So if you get your Makes for Men DVD, you can learn how to create this with your silver.
It's so simple as well. So basically you cut 2 lengths, that's your lazy strands, and you just macrame square knot around them, that's it. And the knots sit in between the little gaps between the beads.
Gosh, that's really easy, isn't it?
Yep.
But it looks
so
really
effective.
Complex.
It's amazing, really effective. And gents can wear it as well, which is nice.
You're good, aren't you?
Sorry.
Aren't you good, eh? You're very good. Let me talk to you about these ball chains that we've got. I've got a 2 mil. Sorry, the smallest one that we've got here is a 1.5 mil. You've got a meter's worth of each of these. You've then got the 2 mil, and you've got the 3 mil, which is what Mark's used for this wonderful, wonderful bracelet. Now you're saying per meter it was 7...
For base metal. Because they use it for, it doesn't sound very romantic, but they use it to attach sink plugs to in your Belfast sink and things.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
So that's what they sold it as.
Yeah. So it was about £7 a metre.
Yep.
So I've not got my maths head on today. £7 times 3 equals 21, obviously. That's what I was going to say. 21. So £21 you could be paying in other places for this amount, because I've got 3 metres worth here.
And it wouldn't be silver plated either.
No, of course not. Of course not. You wouldn't have that gorgeous silver over the top.
No.
You're not paying £21. We laugh in the face of £21. Anyone fancy a price point of just...
Oh my word. Really? Wow.
What do you think?
That's amazing. That's amazing. And if you want to use it as a pendant, a drop to hang a pendant from, if you use the lobster claw clasp, the S clasps with the little fold over.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you can use those as cord ends. That's
cord
it.
ends.
You can use those to actually close over and use it as a clasp.
That's good. Actually, I was going to ask this. You know those clamshell beads we've had recently?
Yes.
Can you do that with these as well?
Yeah. As long as the little dip, the little groove is big enough.
It's big enough to fit.
The bead in. Perfect. Get all your bell caps, your tiny little bell caps.
Yes.
From your Kumahimo. And you can actually Kumahimo with those.
Can you stop pointing at me with your wire? Actually, it's like Zorro.
Yeah. If you bought 3 or 4 packs of this, you can actually Kumahimo with them as your cords.
Oh, that'd be gorgeous.
Just imagine how you wouldn't have to thread your beads on then. It's already beaded.
It's already beaded.
Looks stunning.
That looks so eye-catching.
So wear it for Christmas and then dismantle it and make other jewellery for that next year with it.
Totally true. Oh my days, there's so many ideas. Really do get your hands on this, especially if you have that Makes for Men DVD. We do not have it on very often at all. Half of my stock has gone on this. I'm happy to say I started off with about 150, but half of that stock has gone. So please do treat yourself as and when you wish, because we know this doesn't stick around. I told you, didn't I? Worth opening your basket for today, honestly. Not only that, I've got another very famous Tanzanian gemstone, very famous, coming today, under £100. I've got some genuine, real deal, 100% faceted ruby coming up for you as well. I have got some garnet on a gorgeous gemstone chain. I have got massive bundles at low prices. In fact, some of my bundles, the individual price per strand, I think might put a smile on a face or 3. $6.95 for you today. Hello, Patty Menorca's back. We've got New Jersey, we've got the West Midlands, Suffolk, Greater Manchester, Greater London, lot of greaters, Kent. Where do we think Dunbartonshire is?
Sounds Scottish, doesn't it?
Does a bit, doesn't it? Dunbartonshire. That sounds nice, that. Sussex, also sounds pretty good. Also sounds good. There's loads of you coming in today. Hello everybody. Do check out those baskets, especially you in Spain, sunny Spain. Do check out, because I've probably got about, how many left? This just in. Last chance saloon. This just in. Last chance saloon, which means 30 or left. Lots of people on the phone. Stay on the phone lines though. You know the drill, but if you don't, it's a free phone number off a landline. And do stay on the phone, because once you get to the front of the queue, you can order as many as you like. Okay. I've not got many of these, I'm being told. Cabs. Oh, not many at all then. More than Last Chance Saloon. I've got about 40 of these in stock right now. Pacha? Really? Why are we doing these now? Why not? Wowzers. How much per cab generally have you seen, you know, as a general rule in kind of your crafting stores? Because we know you love a good crafting store for a nosy at prices.
Can I talk about a shop that I used to frequent in the Lake District?
Of course you can.
I won't tell you where, because I don't frequent them anymore, because their prices have just gone through the roof the past year. I was very disappointed. I paid pilgrimage to it this summer, and normally I spend 3 or 4 hours in there, but I was in and out within 30 seconds this time. So
Wow.
something's going on.
Yeah.
But they were selling little ordinary stones, tumble stones, for £4 each. Just little
each.
tumble stones, little pebbles that you'd find on a beach.
So they weren't gorgeous
No.
kind of tiger's eye like this?
No, no.
Look at this. I can tell you that this is going to cost you less than £4 per stone today. And this is much better than a tumble stone. Look at the chatoyancy. 15 carats worth. This is actually the smallest of all of the cabs, but it's still a decent size. You're looking at around 25 by 18 mil. High shine on both sides. So you're looking at around 25 by 18 mil. I've then got a large, gorgeous black agate, which doesn't look great against black, funnily enough. Look at the luster on that. Wow. This is so highly reflective. You can actually see the crazy lights that are staring down at me right now. It feels like you're in a sunbed shop, doesn't it? Look at them. That is how beautiful and lustrous this gemstone is. It's stunning. You've got around 50 carats worth of this, and they are 40 by 30 mil on those ones. So beautiful high shine. Black agate's just a wonderful gemstone. And then, lastly but by no means leastly, poppy jasper with elements of extra quartz. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Don't see poppy jasper hardly anymore, let alone to this quality. That is absolutely exceptional, isn't it? 60 carats worth of your poppy jasper, so named of course for many reasons, the colour being one of them, but also for kind of the individual and unique banding that you get in here. It's almost a mottle effect actually. It is absolutely stunning, isn't it? This again is 40 by 30, so it's the same big size as that agate. Now, if I show you all three of these, and if we compared these very, very generously to the other place as tumble stones for £4 each, you'd be looking at 4, 8, 12. That was me counting out the last 4, just to make sure. You'd be looking at 12 ones, which actually is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
For cabs, as opposed to tumble stones. Not today though. I'm not surprised we've only got 40 left. They're only £6.95.
For the 3?
Yep. For the 3. That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Wow. That is amazing. And what I really like is the fact that it's an unfaceted black stone.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen an unfaceted one. They tend to be quite faceted, don't they?
They
the black
do,
cabochons,
yeah.
So it's really nice to see a smooth.
That's going to be
That's
kind of
amazing.
high shine elegance, isn't it,
It's
really?
a Downton, isn't it?
Very Downton.
With your white pearls. Imagine that just hanging suspended below a cabochon wrap
Oh, gorgeous.
with silver wire hanging from a string of pearls. I think that
Love
looks amazing.
that idea. I adore that idea. In fact, I think the workshop we were in today would appreciate this because they're doing some
They
sort
are.
of cameo styles, aren't
Yes,
they?
yeah.
Look at them all busy in a way. They, I think, would absolutely adore this. I really do. £6.95 for 3 cabs is absolutely astonishing. And the great thing about this selection as well is not only are they beautiful, but also it's wonderful actually that we're able to definitely say to you, you will get these shapes and these sizes. Because I know recently, we'd say the larger packs in particular, we've only been able to give you an average carat weight, and we haven't been able to say what size or what shape. But with these ones, I can tell you they'll all be the oval cabochon shapes, they'll all have the flat backs, they'll all be the carat weights that I've given you, the largest 2 being 40 by 30 mil as well. £6.95. I am officially in my last chance saloon. Oh, what festive drink are you having today at the last chance saloon bar, Mark?
Proper drink. We were talking about it last night, and I've recently just bought a bottle of Drambuie whiskey liqueur with a block of ice.
Oh,
that's
Drambuie.
really warm.
I haven't had Drambuie in ages.
Nice winter warmer drink.
Isn't that beautiful? Dance on those. Once you check out, I'll be into my single figures on those. Okay, Mark, I'm about to head over to you. It's that time already. Can you believe it?
Okay.
Now, you got plenty in this kit, didn't you, Mark?
Slightly, masses, and I saw wire as well, so I'm really thankful that I had wire.
We did manage to scrape some together.
Can I just say, this is my last mid-show this year.
Is it?
My last one.
No, I did not realise that.
Yeah, my last one. So I decided that I would do pieces that consisted of 3 of my favourite mediums. So we're going to do Kumo, we're going to do Gizmo wire work, and we're going to do Macrame in the 2 design inspirations we've got. So I've been really self-indulgent, and I do apologise, but I think that the work...
Treat yourself.
I know, it's lovely.
It's really, Christmas, really you're allowed to treat yourself.
That's what I thought.
So there's a little bit of something for everybody today. Yeah. We have got some wire in, wonderfully. You've got your 0.4 in the blue, and you've got your 0.6 in the blue as well. You've got the 2 different types of blue here, though. Take a little look. Gosh, they're beautiful. So they're both described as blue, but obviously you get the 2 different tones of the blue. The 0.6 being the slightly darker, and the 0.4 being slightly more tealy, I suppose, isn't it? Got a tealy tint. So 20 metres worth in total of the ever so elusive wire. I've then got all of these cords. Oh, they feel beautiful. Super duper durable. Take a look. I've got 2 of every colour. I've got your reds, your magenta, your beautiful royal blue. I've got your golden yellow, and I've got your silver tone. Now, these are your weaved cords, and you have got 10 metres of each. It's 1 mil in thickness, but as I said, you do get a pair. So you're getting a pair of each of these. How are they to work with? Because personally, I've not actually seen these cords before. They're
really amazing. They're sort of a more hard-wearing satin, if that makes sense.
Yes, I do know what you mean.
So it's not quite sort of wax cord texture, but it's not as smooth and silky as satin. But it's quite a lightweight. It's very malleable, as you said. It's really nice.
It's beautiful.
Colours are stunning.
Nice, bold colours as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because sometimes in place you can get slightly wishy-washy colours, can't you?
Yeah.
But actually quite the power pop of these. Yeah. So you've actually got 20 metres worth of every colour in total. Beautiful cord. If you've not worked with it before, there's plenty there for, you know, your macrame, your kumo, your threading, etc. There's loads you can do with it. Let's go on to the gemstones now, shall we? Lots of them, I have to say. Beautiful submetallic luster to a lot of these. Let's take a look. Oh gosh, I do just love when you put gemstones onto your hand, things like your pyrite, and you just get that instant weight, that coolness. It's like Mother Nature's just suspended. It's so beautiful. I absolutely adore pyrite. So we have got plenty of gold right here in. Gosh, that feels so good. So I have got your metallic blue, and these are your plain coins. And we've got a graduation on this, which is fab. For around 6 mil to 9 mil on these coins in that metallic blue, 95 carats worth. You've then got the silver. Now these silver are the largest ones that you'll be getting today. 10 mil total, 10 mil silver. And then you've also got the gold, and these are the 8mm, again faceted beautifully, meaning that you don't only get that lovely lustre of the gem, but you also get kind of the high shine and the way that the light interacts with the facets. It's beautiful. Those are your 8mm in the gold. I've also got, stepping away from the pyrite, two beautiful workable strands that I just think really set each other off stunningly. Because you've got your red coloured quartz, these are the delicate 4mm that have again been faceted. And you've got your black agate with a little bit of a twist because it's actually got that beautiful purple coating upon it. So every single one of these is offering you something a little bit different. Size-wise, you're going from a really delicate 4mm ranging all the way up to those big, bold 10s. You've got facets, you've got plain rounds, you've got unusual shapes like your coins, you've got really workable year-long glamour with certain colours here, like your purples and your blues and your reds, but then you've also got those festive and New Year sheens with the gold. Oh, it's pointing! With the gold and the silvers on there as well. So there's absolutely loads for you to be able to get your hands on in here. Very unusual that we would actually have 5 strands in a kit, isn't it? Let alone of this variety. I think if we do have that many strands, usually they're quite similar in some way, but every single one of these is offering you something different. 5 strands, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 metres worth of cord, and 20 metres worth of the ever elusive wire. Price point today should be, it's a good price. We're going to make it better. This is Designer Inspiration. It's our winter nights. We're going to get inspiration off this lovely gentleman very, very soon. Your price point today, I promised you under 30 for both of the kits today. You know I won't let you down. It's just £24.95 for you today. That's all you're paying for 100 metres worth of cord, for 20 metres worth of the ever elusive wire, which is the perfect gauge for the mediums that Mark's going to be doing, and 5 strands of genuine, real deal gemstones. What do you think of the price?
It's amazing. You get a lot.
A lot, especially for the pieces you've made. I can look at those and think minimum half of them you would hopefully be expecting to pay way more than that just for one.
It's probably about £130 I would sell that, all of that on my store.
All of that selection for.
Tallying it up.
So about £135 worth that you would sell it for, but actually it's only cost you about £24.95. It is amazing, isn't it? I know you've had a lot of craft fairs recently.
Yes, 2 to go.
2 left.
Yep.
How have they been going so far?
December's really picking up. It's really nice. Good. There's lots of last-minute buyers, but there always are. Cool. Lots of gents.
Yes, last-minute gifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. You haven't got a clue at all about bracelet size or lets or favourite colours or favourite gemstones. They just it's quite nice. You can advise them. It's really nice.
Oh, that's lovely. That is good. I'm glad they've been going well for you.
Yeah, really good.
Have we got any pieces today that you might think of, recreating for a sale?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's 3 or 4 pieces on here, I think.
One
of them is for me is again, it's very un-me. So that's the thing with the designer inspirations, isn't it? That they're trying to test us.
Yeah.
And trying to push us, get us out of our comfort zone a bit. And, and I think I've done that. An ode to Rachel Norris, one of the necklaces in particular.
I can absolutely see that now you say it. I really can. £24.95 for you today. Congratulations all. There is just so much of it for you to get your hands on. We know that the designer inspirations are always going to be an absolute bargain, but when it's under £25, it's kind of rude not to, really, isn't it?
That's amazing.
Hello! Have you done your Christmas shopping?
Yeah, ages ago.
Finished?
It's all done, wrapped, all the food's in.
Is it? Have you got a large salmon?
No.
No.
We're having a 70s Christmas. We're having prawn cocktail start.
Which is quite
nice, isn't it? I think that's.
I love prawn cocktail.
And we're having a sort of a splice between Nigella's and the man who swears. I can never remember his name.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, we're having a splice Christmas dinner.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, because Gordon Ramsay suggests putting your turkey, sounds really bizarre,
Go on.
but buy your turkey a day before Christmas Eve
Yeah.
and plunge it and leave it in a bucket of water for 24 hours in
Yeah.
the garage. So we're going to do all that
Good.
and cut it into bits and all that malarkey and Christmas pud, and it's going to be nice.
I read the other day that to get a really nice shiny turkey, you have to baste it in mayonnaise. I know, yeah, I'm not so sure. Anyway,
No.
have a little look, please, at these remarkable pieces. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Not Mark Smith at all, are they?
No, genuinely not. A few in particularly you wouldn't have guessed. If I'd have seen these, I wouldn't have guessed that it would be what you kind of created.
No, I'm really pleased. It's a beautiful kit, and the colours are just stunning. And I couldn't mix the pink and reds with the blues. I had to separate them again. So there's two completely different looks. I just couldn't. I tried. I did try.
I love that you had to go, sweet,
have a
but
go.
you know you
No.
can't change your entire personality.
It's amazing.
It's amazing the kind of amount that you've got, the amount you've created, the variety of it.
And
It went far.
And I've hardly used any cord at all. I've used the pink, the purple and the red, a bit of that, a bit of the purple in the front, and the blue and white for the lariat.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That is honestly, you've just done a stunning job. I have got an alternate colourway coming up for you in a little bit. I haven't got the cords in it though, so if you want the cords, treat yourself to this because it's an astonishing price. If you just want the gems, I have got an alternate colourway coming up for you in a little bit. What inspired you with this?
It's amazing. Well, first of all, it's a little red agates because I've just fallen in love with beaded Kumo, and we're going to do a bit of that in the next DI a bit later on.
Okay.
I just love it, absolutely love it. And of course, I've just integrated Macrame and Gizmo, so my three passions are all in this one kit.
That's so
it
wonderful.
was really nice. Yeah, it was really nice. But again, I was very indulgent, very selfish. But I just all of the bees just lent themselves to these pieces.
They
Amazing.
do. They just work so spectacularly well. There's some really kind of standout pieces here, but there are some that are really wearable as well. In fact, they're all
I hope
really
so.
wearable,
Yeah.
but some of them, I think some could take you from day to night, which I like.
Yes.
Perfect for this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are we going to get started on this, Mark?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you the tassels on the necklace.
Yeah.
Now, if you look just to the left, you can see there's earrings as well.
Yes.
So the earrings are exactly the same as the tassel, but without the tassel. So I'm just going to show you that little section.
Oh, brilliant. So we can do the whole set.
So you can do that. One little tip with this cord.
Yeah.
We had a couple of ladies on the workshop who were concerned about this particular cord.
Yeah.
Okay. Unwrap it once, unravel it once, okay, and it starts getting a bit dishevelled. Okay. At that point, along the cord, you'll see that a little section has been knotted.
I can see.
Okay. Undo that knot, unravel twice, okay, and then you have, in effect, you can see the knot.
Yeah,
So
I see.
take off the knot. And then if you have chairs at home with upright legs, if that makes sense. What's I don't know, upright legs.
Upright legs?
No, you have the back of the chair with the slats going across.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's probably an inch above the last slat.
I
don't
see
know
what
what
you
they're
mean.
called.
I know what you
like
mean.
little chair newel posts.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Place the cord over the top of the two newel posts.
Okay.
And then you can unravel. Or if you have a friend at home, you can like I used to do with my mum. My mum's an avid knitter, and whenever she got a wool delivery, we used to sit there with our hands like this.
And get raveled around.
Yeah. So that's a really good tip, and then you won't get in a tangle, and then you can wrap it round. If you've got any of the little plastic insides of your beading thread, if you keep any of those, just wrap it onto something else, because it will get a bit dishevelled.
Okay, good
and
tip.
gets a bit frustrating. So just pop it on as it is,
Yeah.
onto the back of a chair, or two bamboo canes in the garden, anything that
Yeah,
you've got two
anything you've
uprights,
got.
or your children's hands, or
Fab.
grandchildren's hands, and then just unravel it off as though you were undoing a skein of thread, and then you won't get
Brilliant.
you won't
Good
get in a mess.
tip.
with
Thank
it.
you for that,
Okay?
Mark.
You won't get in a mess.
Fab. Good tips. We love Mark's tips, don't we?
So for this, you're going to need a piece of the 6mm and a piece of the 4. They're my favourite two thicknesses of wire.
Okay.
I get a bit scared if it goes higher than a 6.
Do you? You're not delved. But you've done workshops on.
I've done one. It didn't go very well. It wasn't
I
Laura.
saw
It
your
wasn't Laura's
pieces.
fault. It was mine. I went in, decided that I wasn't going to enjoy it, and I didn't. I went in completely with the wrong frame of mind.
You
But
did some
bless her.
gorgeous pieces,
She did.
though.
She did work hard with me. Yeah.
She
So
did.
thank
She
you,
did.
Laura.
I
Thank you.
recall.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to start with a piece of the 6mm. This is probably just over the length of your macrame board. We're going to attach it at the top. Okay.
I'm afraid we don't have any macrame boards in at this moment in time. However, we may well have some on the way soon.
Okay.
Maybe before Christmas. Maybe not, but maybe.
Okay. So onto this piece of 6mm, I'm going to thread one of the, and you're going to have to correct me because I didn't hear you what the conversation you had with the viewers. This is pyrite?
Correct.
Thank you. This is pyrite?
Correct. Demondo.
I love these. These are really good for macrame actually because they're really deep.
Yeah.
When you have shallow saucers or buttons, when you're macrame, they tend to tip on their side and they stand up vertically. So for these, they're perfect because you can actually macrame nice and tightly and securely around the button. They're just ace. And that's an amazing colour. Amazing colour. And then we're going to pop on one of the large gilvers, as I call them. Like it's like a wallpaper at home. I have drill holes that will take the 0.6.
That's good. Oh, we've had a message in.
Okay.
Hi, Becky and Mark. The chairs are called shaker chairs.
That's the word.
Lovely designs, Mark. My favourite is the Gizmo flower necklace, says Julie in Dorset.
Thank you. Shaker, that's what I meant.
Shaker chairs.
What did I say?
Well, I don't know. You
Upright
said
legs.
Yeah, which I thought
They are anyway.
was very strange because I've never had legs on a chair that lie down.
No, it's bizarre, isn't it?
No.
Anyway, so.
Shaker, thanks, Julie. You love.
Thank you. So we've got our 5 beads going in the centre. Okay, it's symmetrical. Okay. So we're going to take both ends. This is probably about 4 foot long. You won't need this much, but it's always best to have enough and have a bit extra than run out halfway through.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do a selection of square knots. So let's not do 5 now. Let's do 3 maybe. Okay. So this. I love the combination of the 2 blues as well. It's very subtle, but it looks amazing when they're up against each other. I don't want to flick you in the face with this wire.
Oh, don't worry. You wouldn't be the first to.
Okay. So that's 1 square knot, and this is the 2.
So we can do this for a beginner, can't we?
Yeah, this is a beginner's knot, absolutely.
We've had some messages in for Ben about how to cook salmon. We will show him those in the break so that he can have his pen and paper ready to take some salmony notes. What do you say, Ben?
Thank you.
You're going to dress it? Are you dressing it?
Yeah.
Ace.
Do you know what dressing it means?
Hmm?
Do you know what dressing it means?
I know what dressing it means.
Go on then, tell me.
You get the dressing, you put it up. No, I'm joking. I'm thinking lemon and I don't know what to go for. I don't know what to go for parsley. Or
Parsley or
something else.
You're going to do cucumber scales from one end to the other?
I'm not.
Oh no, no, no.
Cucumber.
Not a fan of cucumber.
Okay. So on the finished piece, I've done 5 square knots. I've just done on 3 on the board here.
Yeah.
Then we're going to cage our first bead, which is one of the golden pyrites. And you could, if you wanted to, turn this into a bracelet as well. You can just repeat it 3 times and it would be a bracelet. So it's a really amazing technique actually. You can just go for it. You can do 6 or 7 and it becomes a choker. So
it's one of those that you can.
What's the word?
You can create a whole suite of jewellery from it.
So I'll show you what I mean about this particular stone here.
Okay, yeah.
The depth of the button.
Yeah.
So when we go to cage it, it sits nicely. Just manoeuvre it in so it sits. There we go. And you can see
it sort of hooks.
If it was any shallower, it would flip and it would stand upright.
I see.
And we don't want that because we want the reflection off the face of the button.
Oh, so those ones are perfect for this then.
Yeah, so always look out for deep buttons. Okay, now the third, we're going to do something different. We're not actually going to cage it, we're going to cage beads around it.
Okay, right.
So for each side, I've worked out that we need 3 of the golden pyrite. So we put 3 on the left working strand. This is a nice technique because you have beads on the working and the lazy as well.
And that's quite unusual actually, isn't it?
So really, it's called I don't know what everyone else has called it. I've called it the daisy stitch or the daisy knot. It's a really nice way of making flowers. So then we do the right hand side, 3 on each.
And those are perfect for the sizes that we've got in the kit.
Absolutely, yep. Okay, so then when we go to tie the square knot, even though we are putting a square knot around the bead in the centre, we're not actually caging the bead, we're caging the beads around it.
I know what you mean.
So then when we pull the wire, we get a nice little flower shape sitting around. Okay?
Oh, they do fit perfect.
And because they're faceted, all the facets interlock, so it's really nice. And then we mirror image what we've done at the top. So we'll just cage in this nice and tightly, and then we'll pop in one of the blues. And again, using that, just manoeuvre it in so it sits nice and snugly. Okay. See how it sits? It's
yeah,
beautiful.
Perfectly. Because you're right, I can understand with the thin ones, or even if they're slightly domed at the edge.
Yes, that's right. They'll topple over.
Flick up.
Yep. Okay, and then we'll pop one on the bottom. So if you were going to turn this into an earring,
yeah.
Okay, you would stop at this point, and you would finish the earring, but we're going to do a bit of a tassel on the bottom. So I think we'll add another bead as a tassel. Okay, so all we need to do is just unhook the bottom. You choose a bead, one of those, or one of those.
One of those, please.
One of the big ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll pop on another bead.
Statement mood.
Okay, at the bottom. So we'll cage that in. Now, whenever I'm making earrings or if I'm making pendant drops with macrame, what I tend to do is have more knots at the top than at the bottom, because if you want to add a flourish at the bottom, it kicks the symmetry out, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean.
So we're just going to do one square knot at the bottom. Okay, so we'll take it off the board and we'll add our tassels, which is really, really simple. Okay, so at the moment we've got one piece of wire coming out of the top, which is solely our lazy strand.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, we've got the lazy and the two working. So we'll deal with the working strands first.
Okay.
It's very simple. All we're going to do is when you look closely at the knot, the last knot you've made, one of the threads will be coming under the last section of your knot, which we call under the bridge in macrame speak, okay? And the other side is above the bridge. So we follow the direction that the wire is coming out of the knot. So we're going to go anti-clockwise with this one. Just wrap it round once, and then using your flush cutter pliers or the wire cutter from your tool kit, we're going to just cut that off, making sure we don't cut off that lazy strand, like so.
Okay.
And then this one we're going to go in the opposite direction, so we go clockwise, round once, and we cut the wire off, nice and flush. So we can use those a bit later on when we come to do our rosary links with our necklace.
Oh,
so
good.
we use all that, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do the top first of all. So all we're going to do a simple wrap loop. So ram those pliers, pop them in just above your macrame section. Okay, I'm going to hold this up now in front of me. This is probably the simplest way of doing it. Okay, so I'm going to hold it in front of me. We're going to take your lazy that's coming out of the top, and we're going to bring it around towards us. All the way across it touches your work. You can hear it click when the wire touches.
Okay.
And then we're going to veer off to the left or to the right, depending if you're left or right-handed. And all we're going to do, holding that loop, is just wrap it round once or twice around the top, straighten out the loop, and then we're going to cut away that piece of wire there. Okay, and then using our flat nose pliers, we're just going to give it a squidge.
That's another technical term.
Or a squish. I use squidge, okay? So you're going to do exactly the same at the bottom. Let's cut this wire a little bit shorter. Okay, so we're going to go at the bottom, exactly the same place. And what happens is, because you're putting the pliers directly on the knot, when you come to do the loop, it'll push the beads down and keep it nice and secure, nice and tight.
Good tip.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to take the wire, we're going to bring it round, we're going to veer off to the left, but we want to put our tassel on first before we continue with the loop. Okay, so we take one of our tassels, which again matches perfectly with the cord.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same colour.
Oh, that's fab.
So it's perfect. So all we're going to do, we're going to thread one of the tassels on. And I know some of our viewers have a love-hate relationship with our tassels. It's a bit like Marmite.
It is. It's one of those people either adore or hate.
So if you didn't want to have the tassel, then you could just add another larger bead or a focal, something.
Yeah.
If you didn't like the tassel.
Or something, yeah.
And then all we're going to do is we're going to continue now with our wrap loop once, twice, and then we're going to snip it off, like so. So that's the bottom of our tassel, okay? Or, at that point, an earring, or an earring. I mean, it's not going to stop anyone, with hair up with a really, really long earring.
Absolutely, and this time of year, it's all about the shoulder sweepers, isn't it?
That's all right. You call them shoulder sweepers?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Why, what do you call them?
Well, Jenny calls them shoulder dusters.
I'm more of a sweeper than a duster.
Yeah,
yeah.
So to make the little cord using the blue and the silver. We're going to take a jump ring, we're going to open it, we're going to pop on, because I want to add a little bit of silver to pick up the little silver section on the tassel there. That's all it's for.
I love that.
It just needs,
it's attention to detail like that though, Mark, isn't it?
Okay, so then we're going to close the jump ring, and we're going to do a very, very, very simple little cord. Okay, this is called the half hitch. Okay, so we're going to pop our piece at the top of our board.
Yeah.
If you have any T-pins at home or mat pins, any stationary pin, just use a couple just to hold it into position. Okay, like so. And we've got that jump ring which we're going to pop our cords through. So I've got one in blue and one in silver. I did put a yellow in as well, but I thought the yellow was going to be too bright.
Okay.
And then we'll pop the silver in as well. Okay. And if you wanted to, you could put as many cords in here as you like, just to fill up the little hole that we've made. Okay, so I've just made a little loop in there. We'll get rid of him.
We've had a text in whilst you're undoing the loop.
Okay. That's salmon?
I don't know. No.
I don't know.
Gorgeous, Mark. I am going to try this design and make napkin rings. Thank you for your
Brilliant.
inspiration.
Brilliant.
That's from Annie J. Hi, Annie. You're right.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a really lovely idea.
Napkin rings are
Imagine
brilliant.
those on a Christmas table.
Because napkin rings, you make them for Christmas period and then you dismantle them and make jewellery, so they're ace.
It's gorgeous.
Any home decor like that, you can just dismantle afterwards.
Oh, it's fab, isn't it?
No,
Thank
it's
you
really
for
nice.
sending that
Or a little
in.
embellishment on top of your homemade crackers, anything like that. It's just,
Oh, gorgeous.
ace.
Oh, I love
so,
that.
just going to pop the board up a little bit so you can see
Yeah.
the cord.
Okay.
Now, this is a really simple braid called the half hitch. I've shown on the show before, but just lends itself really well to doing a long lariat. So if you notice on the necklace, there's no clasp.
No,
You just
it's
simply
the
pop it
lariat.
like you would wear a scarf. Okay, so we're going to, if you wanted to at this point, you could separate your two. And in fact, let's do that. Let's separate the strands so you can see the braid in full effect. Okay, so we're going to pop one of the colours in a slot at the bottom of the board.
Yeah.
And all we're going to do is we're going to take both cords across, as though we're going to do a square knot macrame, and then we're going to take both of the cords, feed them underneath the silver, and pull to the top. Okay, and then we're going to place the blue in the slot, and we're going to do exactly the same with the silver, but on the left-hand side. So a letter D is though we're going to do a macrame knot,
Yeah.
and we take our silver, feed it back through underneath the blue, and pull up. So if I do a few of those, you'll see the braid starting to take shape.
Okay.
Okay. This is a really nice little therapeutic. It takes quite a while if you wanted a metre-long braid. It's one of these things you can put nice music on and have a glass of wine and just potter.
Have a little potter.
Have a little potter.
What type of things do you do when are you a potterer? I presume you're a potterer.
Yeah.
What type of things do you do when you're pottering?
Housework normally.
Really?
Do you know I did?
It's not
Last weekend I got back, last Sunday I did a craft fair and I got back and I went around the house from top to bottom, all the corners of all the walls at the top to check if there were any little corners of wallpaper that were peeling. I went in and pasted them back again.
No way!
Oh, no, it's just things like
Wow.
that. It's
yeah,
silly.
but it's good this time of year to get it done, especially
Yeah.
if you've got loved ones coming over. You want it to all
Yeah.
look spick
No,
and
it's
span,
nice,
don't
it's
you?
Nice. It's nice, yeah. And no, it's been good. It's been good. And we've had a few cat issues as well.
Oh, no way.
So that's been. Oh, he's had his little operation.
Oh, is he? How
So
was he
he's-
feeling?
Oh, he hates us.
Oh, of course he does.
does,
Did he have a big
absolutely
coal
hates
net?
us. No, he didn't.
didn't
No,
have
it's a very
to.
little operation actually.
Yeah, it is.
We won't go
Only
into
a tiny
detail
little
on
cut, isn't it?
TV, but
Oh, bless.
yeah, but no, he's
Have you
fully recovered
treated him?
now. Yes, I think we have. But he was very cross,
Oh,
and we
bless.
felt incredibly guilty. But never mind.
Oh,
We're through
wow.
that. So
Oh,
as you can see,
bless.
can you see the braids starting to form?
It's so beautiful. It's
on-
amazing how
yeah,
quick that is
yeah.
as well.
So on this one, I've separated the colours, so you have left silver and blue right, vice versa.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
finished piece, I just kept them as they were in the little ring at the top, and you get that mixed colour. So it's entirely up to you.
It's up
but
to you,
that's
different looks.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Stunning. I absolutely adore that.
Okay. So I need to set up for the next little bit because
No problem. Well, I will bring the alternate colourway then. Don't forget,
Wow,
Mark's got a DVD that's going to be out in a little bit. We've seen it before. Well, I haven't, so you're going to have to tell me all about it. No, I haven't.
Look, that's some of the work. I'm so excited
That's
about this
coming up
DVD.
after this designer inspiration. I think it's only been seen on screen about 3 times, and I have not been lucky enough to have it yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, I've got an alternate colourway of gemstones. Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh gosh, that's.
I know, they're
do you
beautiful,
know
aren't
what
they?
I mean about
Yeah,
vibrant?
yeah. Yeah, they're stunning, aren't they? That is
Gorgeous.
an amazing blue.
That's fab, isn't it? again,
matches
how
that
well does
wire
that goes
perfectly as well. Yeah.
Okay, let's have a little look what we've got here, shall we? Plenty of pyrite for you. Now, the price of these per strand, I think you're going to love. We have got, again, 5 strands of beautifulness. You have got your blue coloured quartz in the faceted 4mm rounds. You have also, that's all right. You have also got your pink colour coated pyrite in the plain coins. So these will obviously take the place of the blue that we had in the other kit. It's 105 carats per there. You've got the bronze coated pyrite in that as well, 8mm on those ones. You've got 340 carats worth of your blue pyrite, 10mm those ones, so taking the place of the silver ones that we had before. You've also got that gorgeous maroon shell. So we've got the maroon shell pearl, but because it's been faceted, it gives you, I kind of love the frosted shell pearl because you get an edge of a silk-like appearance, almost a pearlescence, but then because it's been faceted, you get that high shine as well. It's a gorgeous juxtaposition in one strand, it's fab. So, these are our 5 strands. We know individually the lowest price we can go to on show is $6.95. What if I said I could go to $3.99 per strand? How about that? Your price point today. £19.95 for you today. Congratulations, everyone. That means $3.99 per strand. Moxie, wow. 80 is your code. What kind of different feeling do you think this is going to give us?
It's more, I think it's more party, isn't it?
It is a bit.
Really
yeah,
party.
I think you're right.
I've been called a mog.
Like a cat?
No. Do you know what MOG stands for?
No.
Miserable old git.
No, it does not. Shut up.
Yeah.
I just thought like a moggy cat.
No, that's what mogs are. That's what I've been called.
Is that what people call you?
Mog. You'll hear a lot of that next year. I think it's one of these up and coming words.
Is it?
Like a phablet, which I think is an amazing word.
I don't know what that is.
It's because between a tablet
right.
and a phone. You know, you get the big phones that look, they're called a phablets, which I think is amazing.
That is a really cool word. I love that word.
That's going to be up and coming. You heard it here first.
I heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Smith keeping you up to date with all of the new hip and happening words. 1995. I've got loads of these going. Not many of them left, actually. Do treat yourself. Festive fancies. It's $3.99 per strand. Rude not to.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
I love that bundle. Because you can mix the two then, colours, couldn't you?
Oh, that'd be really pretty.
You know, you just bring a brighter gold into the mix. That'd be
really
incredible.
pretty. Okay, I'm back with you.
Right then. So we're going to have a go at the flower. Now, Rachel Norris first introduced this flower back in the day, probably in our first year of Jewellery Maker, actually. And I don't think we see enough Gizmo work now. So this is my ode to Rachel Norris, and it's one of the first things that I learned from her first DVD, actually. So
really?
This is a very, very long time ago. So this is for Rachel. So I'm going to be using the 0.6 wire to make the original Gizmo coil.
Okay.
Now I've got the it's not the super deluxe, the long Gizmo. This is the deluxe.
The deluxe,
so
yeah.
you get the cradle and what's this called? The clamp. And the mandrels.
Rods, yeah.
But I'm using the smallest mandrel, which you get in the basic one as well.
Okay.
So as long as you've got the smallest one, you'll be absolutely fine.
Fab.
So to attach our wire to the mandrel, I love Gizmo coil now. I just think it's just heaven.
It's fun, it's quick, and it's funky,
brilliant.
Isn't it?
So we're hanging our mandrel from the smallest hole on the front of the clamp here.
Okay.
I'll just move this out of the way. And all we're going to do is we're going to attach the wire around the little, it always reminds me of a heart monitor in a hospital. That sort of boop, 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 isn't it?
I've never ever heard that before, and I hope to never again.
Okay. So we're going we're going to wrap the wire around the top of the I don't know, the reflective dip. Okay, and we're just going to coil it around the bottom. And all we're going to do is holding the wire in your left hand, we're just going to start coiling. And that is it.
It's so quick and simple. I don't think we have the Gizmo available at the moment, but keep your eyes peeled.
Best tool ever.
Ever? That's a bit of a statement.
I even have to say it beats Macrame board. I know. It's brilliant.
Really?
Yeah, I get a bit blasé and I just use my index finger and do it really quickly without even looking.
Showing off now, Mark, aren't you?
That's
Just
really
showing
good.
off. Look
That's
at that.
really good.
It's amazing how quickly it builds up.
Yeah. Now
I can't believe you just said it's your favourite tool. That has just blown my mind.
Sorry. I love the macrame board, don't get me wrong. And it was the product of the year last year.
Yeah.
But the Gizmo was the product before and the year before that.
What do you think is going to win this year? Product of the year.
I still think it's going to be the macrame board.
Do you? Might be right.
I voted for my gemstone of the year this year.
Go on, film you.
Aquamarine.
Of course, I knew that.
First time in 4 years, yeah.
Oh, you might have a chance.
Do you know something?
Nope.
So we're just going to carry on coiling until we get to the end of our mandrel.
Okay.
Okay. This is just the best. This is just, as you said, you can do so much with this Gizmo coiler. Okay, and I always stop when the mandrel pops up. If you wanted to, you could by hand take it out and keep going.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll cut this off because we'll need to use this. Now, depending on how large you want your flower to be, is the next step. This is what I always do. I always turn it the wrong way, so I'll leave this.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
See, that's what's
That's
happening.
how you remember.
Oh.
We didn't need that bit of the desk anyway, Mark.
No. I'll say that again. Lefty loosey.
Righty tighty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. Says. So we'll take that off the mandrel. Okay.
That's my payback for your MOG info, etc.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, sometimes you'll find if you've done it really tight, it's quite difficult to get it off the mandrels. Yes. Okay. So at home, this is one I found in the cupboard in there. But when I'm at home, just a tiny little, once a week, if you're using your Gizmo a lot, just baby oil, just coat the mandrel in baby oil, and all your wire will slip off really. So that's a little tip there.
Good tip.
So we'll just take the coils off, like so. Okay. So depending on the size of the flower, on my particular necklace, I've done 2 flowers which have 4-inch petals, and 1 flower has 5-inch petals.
Okay.
Okay.
So the bigger one in the centre.
Yeah. I don't mean inches, I mean centimetres.
Oh, right,
Sorry.
okay.
Okay, so I use my macrame board. Okay, so all we're doing is we're just going to measure up to the 5. Let's do the 4 or 5. What do you reckon? Let's do the 5.
5, yeah, it'd be easier to show.
So we need 5 pieces exactly the same length. Okay, so we're just going to snip it. And don't throw away these little pieces of coil because you can use those for other projects. So we're going to, let's not have that end at the end. Okay, so that's 3. And then we have 4. 5. So we'll just cut our 5th. Okay. Like so. And then we're going to construct our flower. So we'll need, as well as our 5 pieces of coil, we'll need a bit of wire, piece of wire, probably about 3 foot long, something like that. It's probably going to be far too much again, but it's always best to have a bit too much. Okay. So let's do our first petal first of all.
Okay.
Not very elegant having it in my mouth, I do apologise.
It's all right.
I just want to snip these ends off.
Okay.
Nice and tidy. Like so.
And that means it's just not going to scratch or catch, and it's just a professional finish, isn't it?
Okay. So, I hope I do Rachel justice now, because it's one of my most watched DVDs.
Is it?
Yeah, I just love watching it. I could watch it all day. With Rachel Norris as well. You could watch Rachel all day. It's amazing. So we're going to take our first section, okay? We're going to thread it on our piece of wire. Okay, so leave probably about 3 or 4 inches at the end, and we'll show you why a bit later on. And all we're going to do is just using our finger, is just bend the coil so that the 2 ends meet, like so, and there's your real petal shape. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the shorter piece of wire, and we're just going to wrap it round the larger piece once, just to hold it into position, like so. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see, this wire now is following the direction of the first petal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to follow that. So we're going to take our second coil section. Okay. And we're going to marry it. Sorry if I keep going out of shot. So we're going to marry up to the centre. Okay. Just pop it in place. Do exactly the same thing. So we're just going to use our thumb and finger just to mould the petal. Okay. This time, swap hands, so you've got the middle section in your left hand, and we're just going to twist the last petal that we've made. Okay, so that's our 2 petals. Okay.
I see. Twist.
Yeah, there we go. Don't fight against the wire. No. Okay, so this is our 3rd petal. So again, just follow it round, just let the wire do what it wants to do. Okay, and then we're just going to twist. So this is our third petal. And again, you can see the direction the wire is going in, so we follow that. So we take our next coil section. And again, I'm just going to follow that all the way around, get to the central section, and then I'm just going to give it a twist. Keep it all nice and central.
You don't need lots of twists then, just to hold it.
No, just one or two. Okay, so we've got a 4 at the moment, so we've got a 4-leaf clover. So we want to get a 5-petal flower, so what we're going to do, we're just going to manipulate the petals so we've got space to add our 5th petal.
Okay.
And again, we're going to follow the direction of the flower. So we're going to take our last coil, okay, like so, marry it down to the centre of your flower, and we're just going to do exactly what we've done with the other 4. Take it to the centre, make sure it's nice and secure. I'm just going to give it a twist, like so. Okay, so there we have our basic 5-petal flower shape.
That's gorgeous.
Okay, really, really simple, but it's so effective, isn't it?
It's so effective.
I just love it.
Just on a hairband or just a centrepiece, so pretty.
Our larger stones. This is going to be the centre. So what we're going to do, we're going to marry it up to the centre of the flower. Okay, take a bit of time with this because you don't want to see the drill around the base, just to keep it in the centre. Okay, just wrap it around a couple of times. Take the wire back underneath. Okay, so that's got our petal section. For me, it's showing too much bare wire from the petals, okay? So we're going to make the outer section, okay? Which is really, really simple. All we're going to need is some elastic, which I did have out. Can you see anywhere? There it is on the floor.
Someone's just messaged in asking what size did we use for the wire. It was the 0.6 we used.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to thread onto a piece of elastic 6 of the gold pyrite, and again you can easily get the elastic through the drill holes.
That's good because obviously elastic quite thick in areas. But that's good.
I've got a bit of the thread in there.
How did your workshops go the other day, by the way?
Ace.
You had 2 on the road, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Were they good?
We had 9 on each. It was lovely.
Oh, that's fab.
Yes. Talking about workshops, actually, I know she's watching this afternoon. Can we give a massive, massive, massive happy birthday to one of our regular viewers and one of probably our biggest workshop attendees, Norma Francis. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Norma.
Happy birthday, Norma!
Lots of love. And yeah, she's said that she'll be coming on my new workshop in January, so it'd be nice.
Remind us about this, please.
Well, this is a brand new workshop. We've had one. We had a little dry run in December.
You did.
And it's wire macrame workshop. So we get to do a few things, including wire macrame rings, using, I keep saying it, I get told off, using dumpy onion stones, which are the irregular drops, we call them.
Right, okay.
So they've got, I don't know what the terms, but it's got a very squat point.
All right.
What's that called?
Coulee.
Coulee, yeah. and a dumpy flat pavilion.
Oh, right,
top.
okay.
Do you know what that means?
Look.
Yeah.
Ow.
And we do macrame rings and bracelets. We do cabochon wrapping, macrame, which is really, really nice. I do, and we do the triple shambhala bracelets, and then we also do at the end, depending on time, but we managed it this time to do a little hairband or fascinator, something like that.
So, January.
Yes.
Do you get nervous?
No, I love them.
Oh,
it's my favourite part of the job, meeting
it?
all the viewers, who come to see us. No, it's really nice. It's really nice.
Oh, I'm glad you have fun with it.
Yes.
If you do want to find out about our workshops, then give us a little call in. 0800 644 655, and if you have a look on our website as well, there's a big list of exactly what's going on and dates, etc. And you get to come here and learn like all of these lovely people in our workshop at the moment. And you get a buffet, which I've noticed has gone off the side. Upstairs have taken it again. Upstairs, if you're watching,
already?
I'm Hank Marvin starving down here. I'm so hungry. I've only had a mince pie and a satsuma and a packet of crisps today. And some chicken skewers, actually, and chicken skewers. Fair dues. Fair enough. And I did have half a sandwich. But apart from that, I haven't eaten anything.
I've had nothing today.
Have you not?
Well, I've been at the garage.
You've been at the garage. Oh,
Yeah,
bless you.
Then I had to shoot home and make sure the cats were all right, and then...
So, yeah, the
come
talent
out.
wants food, please, upstairs. If you've got that
No, I'll be all right till I get
buffet
home.
still.
I'm not sure what we're having tonight.
Salmon?
No, not salmon. So let's put the 6th bead on. There we go. And all I've done is I've taken the 6 little pyrite rounds.
Yeah.
And all we're going to make is a simple stretchy. And this sounds very archaic, but it really is really simple. Okay. Like so. Make sure it's nice and secure. I mean, you only probably need 2 knots, but I always do an extra one, just for luck. And then we're going to cut those away. Make sure not to cut through the knot. And then we're just going to place it over the top. If you wanted to add a bit more security, you could thread with some monofilament if you wanted to, in and out.
That's a nice idea.
Okay,
for
but
some
that
extra.
Yeah, so that should be secure. Okay, so to do the back, all I've done is I've taken some chain that I had in my finding stash from home, and I've cut 3 different length sections, okay? And then using either 0.6 or the 0.4, it's entirely up to you, I've made little drops using the big pyrites or the blues suspended from underneath at varying lengths. And all I've done at the back is I've made a wrapped loop, and again, as we did with the tassel, just before we finished the loop, I attached the 3 pieces of chain to the back, then I continue with a wrapped loop. Cut off all the gubbins from the back, flatten into the petals. Okay, so you do that 3 times, and then all I've done on the necklace is a simple rosary link, as you can see between the flowers.
You can see in between here.
And then if you go to the back of each of the flowers, if you turn one of the flowers around, you'll see it's all been attached via rosary links at the back of the flower.
I see. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it all ties.
So
in,
it's all
really
linked
well
together with those rosary links.
And I think having the drops coming from behind the flowers just keeps it all looking really neat.
It's really pretty.
Really nice. And I tried asymmetric as well.
I know. Get you.
Yeah, I'm venturing out there. I'm venturing.
It's just, you're going crazy at the moment, Mark.
But if you want to learn the flower from beginning to end, and Rachel does some amazing pieces with the Gizmo. I think her DVD is available on the website.
Might still be available, yeah.
Gizmo Coiling Edition 1, I think it is.
Have a little look.
It's amazing, amazing.
Do you know this?
Yep.
I'm thinking that onto this. How gorgeous would that look?
You could just wire wrap that straight away. Little corsage bracelet.
A little corsage bracelet. Yeah. Oh my goodness, adorable. Or a headband.
Or a headband.
Choker.
Choker. Yeah.
What do you think?
That's amazing. It matches those stones really well.
It does perfectly, and that one actually.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
I love.
Now, I was just thinking, because we've had so much cord in your kit and because the colours work perfectly with exactly what you're doing, I thought we'd bring this to you now, because this is, I think, your kind of thing to have a play with, isn't it, really?
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Let me show you around it, and then we'll talk more to Mark about it. This is the cord. Do you mind if I just borrow that for a second?
No.
This is the cord that we were talking about then. It is your beautiful, beautiful leatherette style cord, but it has those wonderful studs in. How gorgeous does that look on there? As a little bracelet, or even just as a neckline piece at the back. Headband would be really cute too. So we've got of this approximately 80 centimetres worth-ish of this that we have. And then we have it actually in 2 colours, so we have it in the light as well. What do you think of these?
Oh, that's amazing. It's sort of a charcoal grey-blue colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it is,
I think
isn't
that's a beautiful colour.
Really kind of vintage. These are beautiful because they've got that stud-like detail as well. It's beautiful, isn't it? I've then got for you lots and lots of your cord. Now, wax cord for macrame is ever so popular.
Yeah,
why is that?
Because there's different textures with our threads. I mean, what I'd recommend is if you were a brand new beginner to macrame, start with hemp.
Yes.
It's a really nice texture. It's a really strong, sturdy material. It's very easy to knot. You don't need glue. Because of the organic material, the knots hold to each other.
Got ya.
If you're selling on, I would definitely recommend adding glue, but if this is for personal use, you don't need any. Absolutely.
Okay.
Then the other extreme, you've got the sort of the glamorous and the soft, and with the satins. You're going down the bridal route and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then slap bang in the middle, you've got a split between the two. So you've got the strength of the hemp and then you've got the softness of the satin in a really nice thread, and it's amazing. This is one of our new wax cords, and they're amazing.
They're really
are
popular.
Just amazing.
They're so poppy, aren't they?
Amazing. I love them.
They've got a beautiful high shine to them as well, which is just so elaborate. You're looking at 10 metres worth of your blue wax cord, which is 1 mil, in both of those different forms as well. And you've got the navy blue cord too, which you can see the smaller spool there, or smaller in size, but that too is 10 metres worth. So here, just in front of you, you've got 30 metres worth already. I've then got your soutache cord. Now I know, why have you got that cheeky smile?
Because I haven't seen it for so long.
I know, it's back. We've got it back. Well, we've got this colour back. This can be used with not just your soutache.
Amazing working strand in macrame. Because it's thicker,
Yes.
it makes a really nice texture to your work. It's amazing. So if you've got some really big stones,
Yeah.
then soutache is amazing.
Because it's got that kind of texture to it, and almost a chevron design when you look really close, it gives a different texture to your pieces, doesn't it?
amazing.
I absolutely love this. Great for things like your soutache, obviously, but macrame, Kumo, etc.
Yep.
Wonderful for. And then I've got these 3 braided pieces too, which I know.
Which, unfortunately, I have to say,
Go on.
I don't use them as they are. I take them apart.
Do you? Only you, Mark Smith.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because you get 3 threads in each. Then they go a long way.
You feel like you're getting a little bit of something extra. Mark, you are a unique little onion.
But these particular types of cord, because we've had some amazing lace on recently.
Yes.
And I've had it on 2 shows, one of which was with Jenny, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Jenny and I worked together.
Yeah.
And a lot of us guest designers, there's one piece in particular that I'm talking about. It has the flowers all around the edge of a square, little inch square flowers.
I know what you mean, yep.
And they make amazing little cutouts if you harden them with a bead in the centre, and you can actually pin them using head pins onto those really nice thick braids.
Oh,
So it's just a way of incorporating the lace onto it.
Of just adding them on, but
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you've
yeah.
got the same kind of feel to them in a sense.
Yeah, we've got the blues and the silvers in the range of the lace, so they'd work perfectly.
So if you have got silver or blue in your stash, then it's a
ace.
great way to make it go further. So everything you can see here you're going to be getting, you know it works together, because look at the colours, it's beautiful. Whether you need to stock up on something for a little bit of macrame, or even if you just want to make something, because I always think these would be great for interiors, beautiful.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get involved in your Kumo or just your normal threading techniques, then you absolutely can. Your price point, I think you'll love. That's already a really good price, because we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, about 90 centimetres worth of threaded materials. Your price point.
That's 10p a metre.
I remember when we were doing a pack of, I think it was 4 or 5 of these cords at that price. So all of this is for nothing then, essentially.
That's brilliant.
How? It's Christmas. It's
I can't
Christmas.
stop looking at that charcoaly grey blue. I mean, it must be
Isn't
what have they called it? What colour have they called it?
Oh, I don't know.
It is amazing.
It is beautiful, isn't it? What kind of gemstone? This would go nicely with your aquamarine.
And labradorite as well.
And lab, you're right.
Yeah.
This is the one that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the leatherette with those studs included up on there.
I love that colour.
I love these two together. Do you know what I think? Just this. It wants around.
Cap collars.
Yeah. Anything like that.
Yeah.
Especially, I think if you've got one of those, sort of a younger gent in your family, maybe, you know, late teens, early teens, and you haven't got a clue what to get for him, maybe just 3 strands of these together, little clasp on the back, something simple.
Oh, wait, I mean, you could add a bit of bling to a boy's bedroom, couldn't you, using them as curtain tiebacks or around the rim of lampshades?
Yes.
You know, just to add a bit of, I think, like you said, for interiors, I think they're amazing.
It's absolutely fantastic. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I know you are probably used to paying that price for just these cords that I have in my hand now, which essentially means you're getting all of this for nothing. It's an absolutely astonishing price point. The soutache is back as well. I think this as a whole, because I know you like symmetry of colour, is this ticking a few boxes for you?
Well, I like the fact that it's male and female in one little bundle, isn't it?
Yes, very
I really
unisex.
like that dark navy blue as well.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? That's really deep and rich, isn't it?
I love our colours. They're amazing. This year in particular has been just fantastic for new cords and colours.
Really branched out, haven't we?
Well, I'm
really
glad.
branched
I'm
out.
glad because we've got so many disciplines that need cords like this now.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Mark, for
Pleasure.
showing us all of those. You've just got such a beautiful array here, you really have. Don't forget that pictures will be put up on Facebook for you as well. What's in your second designer inspiration, please?
We have got a really nice bracelet that I think you might quite like. It's very, very, very simple.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
I'll show you it.
Obviously, Mark had a bit of a car issue this morning, so I've not had a chance to see any of his. Oh my goodness.
This is the most simple bracelet you will ever make using memory wire. It's just ace. How glamorous and high-end does it look?
Even with my Christmas jumper, I feel decadent. Yeah. That is sensational.
That's just using head pins and memory wire. So we'll show you how to do that later on.
Fab. And after the break, we've got your DVD too.
Oh, ace.
Very, very soon after the break. I absolutely adore that. Oh, I can't wait to see that. Okay, we're back with Mark very, very soon. After the break, I can tell you that I have some treats coming up in today's show. Not only have I got a price avalanche, I've got that stunning Sunky in sapphire, I've got some natural ruby, I have got the DVD from this wonderful man, and so much more. I'll see you in a little bit.
Ho, ho! Merry Christmas! And I'd like to wish you all a very happy Christmas. Ho, ho, ho!
Did you know that as long as you place your order by Wednesday the 17th of December, we can still guarantee standard delivery in time for Christmas? Alternatively, if you're running a little bit behind schedule, don't worry, as you can the 22nd of December, our premium delivery for all orders in the UK. Don't forget, we've got our extended money-back guarantee until the 31st of January 2015. And if you need any more information, please check out the website or contact us on 0800 644 655.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Join our guest designer Mark Smith on his Makes for Men DVD. You'll experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating men's jewellery. This DVD will cover how to make a slip knot, railroad bracelet, metal with leather techniques, cufflinks, a wraparound bracelet and a ball chain bracelet. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Whoa, look at all these beautiful gemstones. I don't want to sell any of these. These are all mine.
Ooh. I am the ghost of Jewellery Maker past. You cannot keep all these deals for yourself, Scrooge. If you do that, I won't be able to offer the double trouble, the blue deals and the triple trouble deals.
Ah, humbug!
Did someone say that? I'm the ghost of Jewellery Maker present. I cannot allow you to keep these gemstones to yourself, so I'll be taking over as presenter, Carol. Now get out!
Oh. Merry Christmas, Governor. Oh, get out of it, Dickens! Oh, so I suppose you're the ghost of Jewellery Maker to be? Yeah. What, are those the new deals that are coming up in the new year, are they? Well, we've got amazing deals on tools and Tanzanite and Labradorite. Well, I want in on this. Well, all right, I promise, I'll share. I'm a changed man now, yes, I want to share all my gemstones. Oh. Merry Christmas, Governor. Get out of it, Dyke.
Ooh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hello everybody! Welcome back to Designer Inspiration. This is Mark. Say hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, love. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. Really good.
I'm so excited that I'm able to do this DVD and with you. I know some people will have seen it before, but I, for one, have not.
Okay.
Talk to me first off about kind of the inspiration behind it, etc.
Okay. Well, I did my first Chips and Nuggets DVD with Vicky 2 years ago, and because we've been getting some amazing strands in recently, I mean the Tanzanite for one, which is in the DVD actually, those earrings that you showed earlier, we decided that it was about time we did Chips and Nuggets sequel, but I wanted to put a different slant on it, and I thought as I was falling madly in love with wire work, if we could try and come up with a DVD that would incorporate both mediums, and hence Chips and Nuggets with Wire was born. So a year in the making pretty much.
Wow.
Lots of work, lots of new techniques that I'm having to learn to bring to the viewers, and this is probably a fifth of the pieces that are on the DVD. I do a lot of
Really?
Yeah. So we've got 6 projects on there, but each project will have 5 or 6 pieces of jewellery to look at, just to get inspiration from. And this is just a sample from each little section.
You can see right now Mark showing you how to create this piece here that we have. Gosh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? It goes to show you how big, bold statement pieces can be wearable.
The first project is all about rosary linking. So in the same project we have the tiny little hand-strewn, there we go, right up to the big boulders. So it's a similar technique, but just showing you that you're not just restricted to one particular size. You can use any size chip for any size medium.
Wow.
For the DVD. That's amazing.
So we also get shown how to do your ripple pendant, don't we, as well?
Yeah, those are the turquoise earrings there. The Amazonite earrings are from that.
That is just gorgeous. It's lovely to be able to do kind of the hoop style, the loop style earring, isn't it?
I really like them. I really like them.
Because I think when you start jewellery making, well, I, for one, thought earrings, just your drops. Drop straight every time.
I love hoops. I really like making the hoops. Amazing.
So much you can do with that. I absolutely love these. Are these using the same technique?
Yes. Yeah, this is the triple wrap. Now there's a bit of a typo on the back of the it says triple pendant and it should be necklace, but we explained that on the last show that we were on as well. But exactly.
Triple necklace. It's not pendant, that is it?
No, we do a triple plat on the basics chips and nuggets, but this is with wire and it's more structured, and we're incorporating more rounds, and it's just also on the DVD we show the viewers how to make not only the Y cone, the cone on the end using the Wags Y cone,
just shimmy this round,
but also how to make the clasps as well. So everything we show you how to make.
Even the finishing detail, which is fab.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's really wonderful.
And
I adore this.
Then we've got a little dragonfly section, so we make necklaces and pendant drops and earrings, and all incorporating little chips. That's aquamarine, which is one of my favourites.
I absolutely love that. And of course, the thing is with these DVDs, for anyone who is brand new, you know, step by step you can learn exactly how to create these, but you don't have to actually have the exact gemstones, just the techniques that you're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the last section, which is my favourite, we show you how to do Gizmo coils. And I think there's 7 or 8 pieces that we show on the show, on the DVD, and there's 2 of them on the end there. So we just show you how to, you're not just restricted to threading onto thread and that's it. So we wire up and we show you how to do the Gizmo coils and incorporate onto memory wire. So that's one of my favourite techniques. I love it.
It's absolutely beautiful. It gives a completely different look actually, doesn't it?
Very elegant.
Now, we all know it's our DVD, it's £4.95. We're looking at around an hour long. We've got people buying 2 of this, Mark. I think that might be a gift for somebody.
Amazing. This is without doubt my favourite DVD so far.
Why?
Because it's chips and nuggets and wire, so both of my passions in one. And there's bits of macrame in it as well. I mean, the hoop earrings is macrame, so that's good.
It's absolutely wonderful. Congratulations to everyone who's getting your hands on this, because you have the chance to make this collection and more. And don't forget, these are skills that you're going to hold forever, so it's perfect Christmas gift actually, isn't it?
Love it. Really, really good. Really good.
You are wonderful. I'm going over here.
Okay.
How's your challenge going?
Very slowly.
Is it?
Yeah. It always does when I'm on here with you.
Why? Because I keep you gassing?
That's all right.
Come on over. Don't have a Christmas jumper. It's Christmas jumper day today. Can you hear my ears? Are they annoyingly ringing or are they okay? No? Okay. It's Reindeer Redican. It just so happens that I had reindeer ears and my last name's Redican. It was a mere coincidence. Okay, I have got a Victorian Christmas section for you now. We're going to be looking at some beautiful vintage, almost traditional pieces for you in this next section. Where am I starting, please? Red and gold. When we think of kind of traditional Christmas colours, I think red and gold are ones that a lot of us would kind of head to. That and green, of course. Nowadays, there's lots of different colours on the market, isn't there? For example, my Christmas tree is purple and gold, and yeah, purple. I know, crazy. No, not the leaves. No, no. The baubles, etc. And also, last year I had kind of a bit of a Bollywood theme, really, and I had lots of sort of sari silk colours, lots of pinks and cerises and aquamarines. There are a lot of colours that we kind of associate with Christmas now because the market is so large and we've got to kind of satisfy lots of people's loves and needs. But realistically, when you think about Christmas, it's probably these two colours that first spring to mind. It's your festive special. Gosh, they're beautiful, aren't they? These are your faceted shell pearls that we have here, 8mm. Now, if you're not entirely sure what a faceted shell pearl is, actually, that's a lie, I'm afraid. One of them's faceted, one of them isn't. The red is not faceted, they're both 8mm. Now, if you're not sure what shell pearl is, essentially, the easiest way to explain it really is there's a section of shell, and we get this substance called a mother of pearl bead. And we build that up. Little by little by little, kind of like a mollusk does with a pearl, really. You know, it excretes its nectar and builds up over time. It's a little bit like that. And so we cover it with this mother of pearl bead. Now that means that you get something that we can't offer you with pearls, and that is super duper strength, because of course we know pearls, when it comes to pearls as an organic, we have to be quite careful. We have to kind of, you know, worry about what we're spraying near them. We have to worry about deodorant, perfumes, you know, whether or not we're going to be going to the gym that day. You have to be very careful. Hairspray, if you're having pearls in your hair, you've got to be really careful about that. With shell pearl, you don't have to worry as much because the mother of pearl bead is so much stronger than actually the nectar of a pearl. But also another great thing with the mother of pearl bead is the fact that we can do things like this. The facets. We can't facet a pearl, obviously. That would be loop-de-loo. But we can with a shell pearl bead because it's strong and we're able to do it because they're more abundant. You know that individual strands are $6.95 each. Would you like two for just $7.95? Or would you like to for $6.95? Yeah, go on then. This is your festive special for you today. 2 strands, they're both...
I think you can use it for everything, absolutely everything. Because I think the smaller bead you go for, you're more inclined to use it as a spacer.
Yeah.
And then the larger bead, you do sort of macrame pieces or statements. So I think 8 sits nicely in the middle.
I see.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice size.
It is, and it was voted, viewers at home voted their favourite. Do treat yourself to these because it's a bargain and because they're fab colours. Do you like that slide? How cool is this? Oh no, Christmas trees in the... Pete, will you move the Christmas tree for me, please? Because I need to see... Yes, you can. Of course you can move the Christmas tree slightly. Go on, Pete. Go on, Pete. Pete's doing it of his own accord. There it is! Thanks, Pete. Look, there's Ben. Look how cute. Look at us. How nice does our family Christmas look? Look at us all just relaxing. Do you like that, Mark?
That's nice.
Yeah. Liam looks like that lady next to him has just said something a little bit crude. Look at that face, like, ooh, missus. Ooh, hey. I'm just posted as per usual. What are you looking at, Ryan? You look really intense on that picture.
I'm carving the turkey.
He's carving the turkey. Concentration face. Oh, look at us, our little family, aren't we cute? So, let's have a little look at something else, shall we? I'm going to bring to you something that is seriously festive. Really, really festive, because I just think you're going to love them. this is a clue. Sort of. Are these new, Liam? I absolutely adore them. I really, really do. They are gorgeous. 925. Oh, maybe they've been on once before, Liam says. Look. Look. How adorable are these? Little reindeer charms. How cute are they? Mark, let me hand you one so you can have a proper look at it. Because there's loads of detail on it. You've even got his little hair. Look, he's got little hair tuft. He's got like a little Aaron Carter fringe.
Who?
Carter. No. What do you think of these? 925 reindeer charms.
They're very cute, aren't they? I mean, if you were making your own Christmas crackers, which I know a lot of people do, they'd make beautiful little charms, wouldn't they? Just simple little pearl bracelet with one of those hanging from it. I think look amazing. How many did you get in there?
You get three.
A pair of earrings and a little bracelet
and a little bracelet charm. Oh my goodness, this is just so good.
They're very cute.
Oh, I love them! Look how cute they are! Oh my gosh. Thank you. Do you love them?
Oh, they're really nice.
It's quite hard for you to see at home, but can you see they've even got little speckled detail. They've got little ears, they've got their little antlers, they've got little sort of tuft of hair going over the top. Oh, it reminds me of my dog. It's so cute. I absolutely adore these. Let me show you all around them again. It's quite handy actually to point out, look, here is where the link is and it's actually going sideways. So that means that when you rest this on, say, your bracelet, it will sit the correct way. It won't sit, say, just with the face facing you. You'll get the whole look of the actual reindeer. Right, let me show you around. Oh, how gorgeous. Oh, there's loads of you coming in for this. I know, they're just adorable. What would you do with these if you were to work with them, say, because for charms like this, can be quite nice, can't it, for kind of one family member to have one and another and another.
I'll just, the memory wire that we have in the ring size, make wine glass charms.
Oh, that is adorable.
Just have them on your wrist. That would look amazing. So have different colour beads.
Yeah.
With a little reindeer. They look amazing.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that makes me so happy. Honestly, triple buyers on this. How many, right, hang on, how many reindeers are there? I want to say 9, including Rudolph, but am I wrong?
I think there are. I think there's 8.
Ben! Ben's going in my ear. Go Donna, go Blitzen, go Eric, go Kyle. How many are there?
I think there's 8, plus Rudolph.
Plus Rudolph.
I think there's 8.
So if you got yourself 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you, triple buyer, have got yourself the whole reindeer family. That is so adorable. Now it is genuine 90. They are super cute. The workmanship that has gone into these is absolutely astonishing.
Aren't they, actually? They're quite weighty.
Yeah, they really are. They really are, because they are genuine, solid 925 sterling silver. They are absolutely gorgeous. We're looking at around 2.2 grams worth in weight, so a real decent amount on these. It is real deal sterling silver, which is why we've been able to bring you such luxury effects, but also we've been able to give you that beautiful kind of high in a really gorgeous shape to these, because obviously if it was fine silver or Britannia silver, it'd be really hard to create such intricate shapes. With all of these etches in, that we'll be able to see better when you get them. I absolutely adore them, and so do you. Your names are about to go off my screen.
Wow.
That's amazing, isn't it? Do you love them?
I'm just imagining a really, really, really minimalistic Christmas cake and just having a row of them from one end to the other.
Oh, that's a bit posh, isn't it? That is a bit posh. Oh, enjoy my cake, but avoid the 925, darling. Look at them! Oh my God! Look! Oh no, he's fallen on the ice. Oh my gosh, I could just have fun with these, to be honest.
Amazing, don't they?
Aren't they gorgeous? Honestly, I absolutely. Do you know what? Earrings.
I think they're lady reindeer, aren't they?
Do you think so? No, because they've got horns. Lady reindeers
they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of deer. Hang on, let me see. Let me just pop these. Sorry, I'm purely just being nosy for myself now. This is. Oh, look! Sorry, I've got some shepherd's hooks. Look at those as a pair of earrings.
Do you want to hear my reindeer story?
I cannot think of anything I want more right now. I really cannot, Mark.
It's a very tenuous link to a celebrity that I like.
Okay.
It's bizarre.
Okay.
The year before I left the garden centre to concentrate on jewellery making, it was our first year that we had an ice rink, and Father Christmas came with his reindeers to open it for us. Yeah. And one of the reindeers, I can't remember his name for the life of me, had his pen and he had all these pictures behind. Yeah. And he featured the week before in a not Cold magazine, but you know the magazine I'm talking about.
Yes, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? And this particular was in a photo shoot with Katie Price. Oh. Not wearing very much, as Katie Price doesn't very often. Right, and he had all his photos of him in poses with Katie Price all around his pen. So in a way, I sort of met a celebrity via our Christmas reindeer with Father Christmas. That very is tenuous link.
Amazing. I love that.
No good.
I worked at the zoo, right? How long ago was this? Not so long ago. Not last year, maybe like the year before. I worked at Chester Zoo and I was an elf. Okay. I wasn't any old elf. I was Christmas head elf. Wow. And every other Saturday it was my job to look after the reindeer. It's pretty good, that, isn't it? Used to feed them and everything.
They're a bit smelly.
Stink. It was horrible. Oh, I used to go home, have to take off my elf ears and reek. It was a lovely job. So, $6.95. The names have gone off my screen a couple of times. There's quadruple buyers on them. Oh, have fun with those. They are inspiring. I mean, come on. They've just got us chatting about reindeers. They're kind of inspirational, aren't they?
Imagine getting them out every year and doing something different with them. And no, it's lovely.
Oh, I absolutely adore them. Have fun with those. Where to next? Let's do the shepherd's hooks. Good idea, because they go perfectly. I'll show you again in a second. With those beautiful reindeer. Okay, so I have got for you here your silver-plated shepherd's hooks. Now, you've been telling me that you've done an extraordinary job. You've been working as hard as you like at all your craft stores, bless you. I know you love it, though. Yeah, have you been selling quite a few earrings? Because I presume at this time of year.
This year. This whole Secret Santa thing, it's just exploded. I think everyone's been doing it this year. And so for people who have a £5 or a £10 budget, when they go to craft fairs, there's so many things for them to buy, and especially when they're handmade, that nobody else in the world is going to have exactly the same present. So for Secret Santas, it's been amazing this year. Just little pocket money presents as well. It's been brilliant.
And they are simple. They can be quite simple to make, but also you can go really OTT, can't you?
Yeah. So I go from simple single pearl drops right through to 8-inch chandelier shoulder dusters.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so cater for all tastes.
It's fab, and it's important that though.
Absolutely.
I think even if you're not doing craft stalls and you're looking at these now thinking, I'm never going to use all of those, there's 50 pairs. Oh, you will. Over time, you really will. You really, really will. I remember, this is so lame, but I remember getting a findings pack. When I first worked here, I got a kit and there was a findings pack in it. I remember looking in, it was a singular findings pack. I remember looking at it thinking, this is going to last me ages. Lasted me less than an hour. Yeah. And then you wanted more extras, things that you need. If you think about it this way, say for every, for every best friend or family member, and yourself included, that might be coming on Christmas Day or that you might see over New Year, for those last minute gifts, etc. If you think about that, the numbers really do add up. For example, on my Christmas Day, I've got 22 family members on my Christmas Day. That's not including myself and my family. So I've got 22 of us, and then that's none of my friends. I'm seeing my friends a couple of days later, so then that's going to be another sort of couple of bits and bobs. It really does mount up, doesn't it? The amount of people and the amount of extra little gifts you want to give. Why are you looking at
22 at one meal?
Yeah.
Or spread over?
No, at one meal. It's small numbers this year. It's small numbers. We're going to a hotel this year.
We're going to a hotel.
Because my mum's moving house. Normally, it's my mum cooking.
Wow.
But we've got lower numbers. Last year we had 32 and my mum had to cook for us all. And everybody stayed over at Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
My word.
My mum had a very relaxed time. Whew.
Wow.
It is amazing though, the amount of kind of presents that you will rack up and the amount of people you will want to make for. And these of course will last all year round. There's no expiry date on these, so get them whilst you can at this price. Just £6.95 for you today for 50 pairs. 50 pairs, which actually, have you seen that big fashion coming up next year is actually the singular earring?
Oh,
Have you
well,
seen
I've
that?
heard about this.
Yeah. Singular earring. It's not a craze that you're going to love.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Singular earring, big drapey. The big long ones, yeah.
Yeah, with feathers and dream catchers and
yes.
things. Yeah.
They're big. They're going to be big next year. So do treat yourself to those if you want to get ahead of the curve. $6.95. That is a complete bargain. Let's do some.
Sorry.
Go on.
One of my favourite ladies in the entire world has just announced to the world she's having a baby.
Who's this?
Keira Knightley.
Oh, why not? Well,
Yeah,
no, has she announced it, or is it definite?
I think so. Yeah, I think she's made an announcement.
Actually, Pip and Helena were discussing this upstairs.
Right.
Shocker! Out of all of the people, it would be them two chatting about it upstairs. Yeah, and they say, "Is it real? Is it not real?"
I think it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Her baby would be ridiculously beautiful, wouldn't it? Have a little look at something else ridiculously beautiful. It's a Marcasite. Take a little look. Hey, I've got to talk about Marcasite actually, not only because I have it here, but because our sister channel, Gems, had a gorgeous Marcasite piece in Style magazine this week. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece. It's like a massive picture of it, a big description about it in the In Styling magazine, and it's actually Marcasite paired with ruby. And that's sort of what you've got here, because you've got Marcasite, but it's got that ruby red colouring to it. Look, it's beautiful. 320 carats worth we have here of your Marcasite. Wow. I absolutely adore Marcasite because you get that iron skin. That's what we call this. It's named as iron skin, which I suppose isn't the most attractive of names, but that's how it's described. It is this beautiful mottled effect of really rich, deep submetallic effect. If I hold that in and just really slowly turn it, you should be able to get that gorgeous ruby richness juxtaposed with that serious high shine effect. Isn't that beautiful? Often used as a pairing or an accent for diamonds because of the kind of unique lustre that it appeals, really. It is really, really high fashion. If you do read In Style magazine or have a look on their website and you see the Gemporia piece, you'll see why this reminded me of it instantly. You really will. Super duper high fashion, gorgeous strand for you. It truly is. Your red Marcasite, 10mm rounds, your price point. $7.95, and do you know what I've just thought? Oh, friend.
I would put it with the white Crackled quartz, my challenge.
Would you?
Yeah. Because it sort of it replicates the crackling, doesn't it? The metallic qualities. Look at that, I love that.
That's really nice, actually. Because it kind of brings a bit of depth to it, doesn't it? $7.95 for this gemstone is absolutely astonishing. We didn't have Marcasite in for so long, and then loads and loads of people really wanted it and kind of got in touch with us. I know that Paula, channel manager, got a sort of a message or a note or something regarding this, asking when we were getting it back in. And we've been able to get quite a few strands in recently. We're coming to the end of that shipment though, sadly. So if you do want to get your hands on it, do treat yourself. £7.95. Where did you say, sweet? Say greens. I know the price of this. It's an absolute bargain. You lovely, lucky people. Have a little look. 10mm of stunning green spruce quartzite. 10 mil on these, so a really beautiful large size. The colour on this is the freshest I can think of. It's almost got a touch of the Savarite about it, actually, because the colour tone, it's not an emerald, is it, at all? It is more of a Savarite, it really is. But it's almost got that kind of back feel of the creams and the yellows almost. I think it's gorgeous. So you've got this in the tether. Is really beautiful, isn't it? That is that kind of festive, that traditional green that we're looking at. That is when you, at this time of year, when you go to your local garden centre or even your local supermarket and you walk outside and you see all of those real live Christmas trees and you get that kind of hit of gorgeous pine and spruce that kind of hits through the air. I just love that, and that's exactly what these evoke for me, they really do. And then I've also got your 4 mil, 45 carats worth of them. 4 mil are, for a lot of people, that cusp of gentle but workable. So for example, Spellbinding Laura Binding always says that a 2 mil is a no-go for her. She doesn't like the 2 mil gemstone, she thinks they're irritating. And you can understand why, they can be a little bit fiddly, especially if you're not the most patient person. I hope she's not watching. She also says that the 3 mil she can just about deal with. But realistically, for her, if she's going to get a delicate look, but it's going to be easy for her to work with and she's going to really enjoy it, then the 4 mils are the one. So I think a lot of people get on board with that because they are delicate, they are dainty, but they've still got a decent drill hole on them. They're still workable, they're not too fiddly. Especially if you've not got great eyesight, I can imagine that a 2 mil would be a bit of a nightmare, but it's not as difficult with a 4 mil. Now, your price today for all 3. I said this was going to be an amazing price. I said you were going to be blown away by this price. Could I take it down to $7.95? I could, but why would I when I can take it to £6.95. 3 strands, but not just any old 3 strands. This gorgeous green quartzite, genuine green quartzite, which has got that beautiful almost Savarite tone to it. You've got 10 mil on a strand of this. That is absolutely huge. Your carat weight is substantial anyway. I can't actually, at the top of my mind, apart from maybe things like your hematite, think of any singular strand, because this is the price of a singular strand. You all know that. We got told a while ago from management that we weren't allowed to sell any singular strand on show for less than £6.95. So you know that that's the lowest price we can go to for a singular strand. I can't think of any gemstone strand with this carat weight at that price. I just couldn't, even if it's just on carats. But actually this is even more workable and usable in some ways, because you've got 3 strands, they all work together because they're the same gem, they're the same colour, but you've got that beautiful graduation in size again. A 4, a 6 and a 10 mil on these.
I mentioned on I think it was either the morning show or a late show that I've been on recently, we were saying to the viewers that if you see any bright vivid greens or yellows, stockpile them now, ready for spring, for Easter, Mother's Day, just get them in for the spring season, without a doubt. We don't see greens like this very often.
No, you really don't. I think this is a totally unique green for me anyway, on this gemstone, totally. There's lots of you coming in, congratulations everyone. You're getting yourself a bargain, because you know at that price you'd expect 1 strand, you're actually getting 3 strands on it today. It is a gorgeous green, it really is. Get it home, it's really fresh. £6.95 for you on those. That is a real treat. Enjoy, everybody. Now, I'm heading over to you in a moment or 4, Mark. Can you tell me what to expect from this second designer inspiration, please? I'm
going to show some macrame and some Kumo in and that bracelet. You've seen the memory wire.
Oh yes, I just love that. Is that one for beginners?
Sorry?
Is that one for beginners?
They're all for beginners.
Oh, thank you, Cass. Oh, it's all right, don't worry. It's all right, Cass. It's fine, Cass. What's she like? I know, it's a shocker. It's all right, we'll forgive her. I really like your Christmas jumper today, Cass. It's really snazzy. I love the word snazzy. You've got like a jumper dress, I've just realised. Kevin, you're working today. I look like a muppet and you two are looking glam. whatever, I'm over it. Anyway, we're going to move on to our second design inspiration now, and this is called a box of chocolates. And boy, oh boy, it is a bit of a chocolate box of discovery, really, because we've got so much going on here. Let me show you your satin cords first off. Oh, wow, that is a cool. How would you describe this colour, please, Mark?
I think dark chocolate.
It is a bit, yeah, you're right.
Dark chocolate, yeah.
Yeah.
Bitter chocolate.
Bitter chocolate, yes, you're absolutely right. That's of your satin cord, 1 mil, and it's 10 metres worth. I've also got the well-known chocolate box colour in that gorgeous purple, 10 metres again, and also your beautiful aqua blue on here, really beautiful, rich, deep. Those together just, I think, work exceptionally well. It really adds a bit of life to that chocolate, doesn't it? You've also got, you'll be happy to know, your Eslam. Now I know for a fact that we are extremely low on this, and I can tell you that because we were talking this morning about our Boxing Day designer inspiration with Deborah Rudge. We were saying, oh, should we do macrame? And we got told no, because we don't have any Eslan left. So if you want Eslan, really truly get your hands on it whilst you can, because we haven't got enough to send out for Boxing Day. So do get it whilst you can. And Deb, if you're watching, your kit's coming to you soon, love. I've also got, as we were talking about your wine glass charms, I've got your small, medium and large memory white in the gold. So festive. Perfect, isn't it, really? So you've got 14 on the medium, 14 on the small, and you've got 10 full loops on the necklace. And we've also got, we're going to be showing you how to work with these in this designer inspiration. So even if you're brand spanking new, don't worry about it. Designer inspiration works in the way that we give you step-by-step instruction. We give you a selection so that you can make exactly what we're going to create soon, but it also means you can use your imagination for all the stuff that you have left over, and we give you a great price. So if you're brand new to us today, get involved, because it is one of the best ways to learn, but also top up your stash too. I've then got the gems themselves. Gems and organic. I haven't had genuine. It feels like yonks. I've got a beautiful, beautiful selection here. I really do. You've got lots and lots of deep, rich tones that then pop against this kind of pearlescent sheen that we have. So here we have got in front of you your lilac shell pearls, and those are in the 8 mil rounds. We could describe them as lilac, but actually they've almost got a kind of a bubble-esque tone to them as well. Did you find that? They've always got kind of a bubble-esque pearlescence.
Bubble-esque?
Sorry, yes. Yeah, so you know when you blow a bubble, yeah. And you get kind of those, you get that kind of window pane at the side, don't you? That's like gold.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that.
Do you get that from that strand?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So you've got those in lilac on the 8 mil. You've also got the teal cultured pearls. These are genuine cultured pearls. Baroque style that we have here. Size-wise, we're looking at around an 8 by 7 mil on these. You've also got a really deep chocolate colour of the shell pearl. These are 6 mil, so actually they work really well together. Stunning, isn't it? And then you've got your smoky quartz. So my smoky quartz is from around a 5 by 2 to an 8 by 4. So really, if I show you the graduation, a really delicate graduation, but actually if you wanted to, you could make that really obvious just by laying them side by side as so. 4 strands. Now, when we're looking at a selection like this, it can be quite hard to price, because you're thinking, well, that smoky quartz is so luxurious. Look at the deep, rich smoke of that. That's got to be a high price strand. You've then got the pearls in there, which are absolutely beautiful, real smooth for a Baroque style, actually. So we already know it's going to be up in price, mainly due to those two. But then we've got your Eslam, which you all have to be thinking, okay, I know they're running low on stock, and we seriously, seriously are. Like I say, we can't get any in for Boxing Day. So I know we're running seriously low on stock. If I want it before Christmas, now's my chance. What price are we thinking about for those 3 colours? And then you've also got all of the satin cord with the memory wire as well. So there's plenty in here to kind of work with and almost get your head round, in a sense, if that makes sense to you. Let's see what price we can go to today, shall we? Now that should be priced. It's very important that I point something out right now. That should be priced is taking into account discounts that have already been made. So that isn't actually your RRP. Your RRP should be more than that. Some of this has been price slashed recently, and what we do is we give you the live price. So if you went on our website right now and were able to buy all these individual, that would be the price you were paying even with price slashes taking place. So it's not your RRP, so already you're saving money. But with that discount code right there, you're about to get yourself a Christmas treat. Your price today, you're going to love. I told you below 30, didn't I? It's £21.95. That laugh was sort of really a mischievous laugh.
That's an amazing strand of smoky quartz for one.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah.
And to get cultured and shell pearl.
Yeah.
Plus all the other gubbins as well, and the S-long. That's pretty amazing.
And again, price point wise, looking at your collection, what are we thinking for what you've got there? For sale, so.
£90, £100?
Yeah. So already, money wise, you've got profit, which is what we all want if we're selling, isn't it? Hi again.
Hello, hello, hello.
This collection is, well, it's just epic. You've got so many different looks in here. In the techniques and completely. Mediums, but also just from that one collection, when I was looking at this, I would have expected you to have had a lot more than you actually did, if that makes sense, because it's gone so far, but there's such variety just from pairing it in different manners.
That's lovely. And again, I tried to combine colours. I think I've managed too badly this time. I think there's an equal sort of balance of. I love that. That's my favourite piece.
I think that's gorgeous.
That's really nice.
Where would you imagine someone wearing that?
Anywhere. I'd wear it to, well, I mean me personally, but I see somebody going to bingo in it.
Yeah, oh, I love that. Do you play bingo?
I love bingo.
I love
I don't go as often as I used to go. My dad used to be a bingo caller, part-time, as well as his day job when we were growing up. Yeah, so got an affinity with bingo. But no, it's an amazing kit. And as I said, there's just so many different techniques involved in that. This sort of just came about by accident purely. I was a bit stumped what to do with the S-long and the pearls. And this came about.
I think that's beautiful. I love how it's just came about, but that happens sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But the bracelet was the first thing I made. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. I just think
that's so gorgeous. I really do.
Really, really nice.
I love these earrings too.
Yeah, that's using memory wire, 3 different lengths, cut off the wrist size.
Oh, really?
You get a sort of graduated waterfall. I didn't originally have the turquoise pearls on the end, but I thought it just needed something.
I like that, it draws the eye.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that.
Stunning.
Love them.
And you've got a bit Kumo happy too.
Yeah.
I like your charms on there.
That's really nice. I'm going to do a bit of Kumo. I've had a request from a lady who's on my workship on Tuesday. So I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. It's just for Margaret.
Oh, yeah, do it. Yeah. Just to let you know, I have got alternate colourways coming up for your gems and cores, so do stay tuned. But I want to get started because I need to know how to make my bracelet, please.
Okay, we'll do the bracelet first. So we're going to do the bracelet. We're going to do 2 bracelets and the necklace. So you'll have to keep me up with timings.
Yes, I will. Not a problem.
Okay, so this is so simple, but just so effective. So if you've got 2 particular sizes of beads, so your 4 and your 8, or your 6 and your 10, something like that, this is a really nice technique. And all you use are 2 pieces of your 14 coils of memory wire, some head pins, bits of chain that you've got in your stash, and 4 jump rings, and that is it basically to make that entire bracelet. So most of this we will have in our stash with sort of kits and things that we've got at home. What are you going to do? I knew you were going to do that.
He looked sad. I made him happy.
Okay. So the first thing we have to do is cut with our memory wire. Now we don't have any memory wire cutters. We're desperately trying to get some for the new year. So watch this space for memory wire. What I use is a pair of memory wire cutters that I used. These aren't memory wire cutters. No. These are flush cutters that we stocked about 18 months ago until we moved on to the amazing ones. And I accidentally used them to cut memory wire. As you can see, they're pretty
dinted.
Look at them.
They're well loved, aren't they? Oh yeah.
So I just use these to cut memory wire now. So I mean, I've ruined them, so I may as well continue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I've taken off 2 pieces of memory wire and I've cut it to make a full entire coil. Okay.
Yeah.
So first thing to do with each of the coils, we need to put a stopper on the end to stop all your beads from rolling off. Okay. So what I do is I go a centimetre from the end of one of your pieces of memory wire. With flat nose pliers, I bend in to the coil 90 degrees. Round nose pliers, I make a little loop. Only adds as a stopper, but also we need to add our jump ring with our chain at the end.
Okay, yes, I see.
To make our security chain. So in 90 degrees, and then we take back to make the loop 90 degrees, like so. Okay, so we've got our two separate pieces with our loops on. Okay, this is actually quite fiddly to do until we discovered on the workshop Tuesday that you can actually use your macrame board, if you have one at home, as a little holder. All we do is we pop one in there, and we pop one
that is so clever.
in there. Okay, so this holds them in place, as we can see. So all I've done is I've just put them in two of the slots facing me. Okay. Next we need to prepare our beads. For the small little chocolate brown shell pearl, we don't need to do anything. All we can simply do, we're going to thread them onto the memory wire. So we'll pop a couple on just to get us started.
Okay.
So all we're going to do is just going to pop one on there, and then we're going to pop one on there. Oops. Like so. Just looking for the holes in the studio lights.
Just to let you know, we are your names have gone off my screen on this kit, obviously, because it's a fab kit, but it's an amazing price too. So there's probably about 12 of you with it in your baskets. Do check out because half my stock has gone.
Wow. So I've threaded on two of the little chocolate brown shell pearl. Okay, now we need to add our middle section. So all we're going to do is take some of our head pins that we have in our stash again.
Yeah.
And we're going to cut the ends off.
Okay, keep those.
Keep those though. Okay.
What are we using them for?
For if you're putting into resin or gluing onto other gemstones,
Fab.
all sorts of things. So then we're going to, about 2/3 of a centimetre from the end, we're going to do an eye pin loop. Okay, so just do a simple eye pin loop. If you have eye pins at home in your stash, you could just use those as well.
She says.
Yep, okay. Then we're going to thread on one of our lilac shell. They are lilac? What are they called on the...
Yeah, lilac.
Lilac, aren't they? Now, as you can see, what we need to make sure we do is whichever direction our loop is on the end of our bead, okay, we need to make sure the other one is parallel with it.
Okay.
So this is standing vertically. We don't want the other side to sit flat. We need them, whichever direction they're going, the same. So
okay.
what we're going to do, we're going to cut, again, about 1/3 of a centimetre, like so, and we're going to hold the pearl in the same direction that we want the eye pin loop to fall in.
Okay.
So we're going to make our loop. And it's not imperative that you do this now, but before you put these little sections onto your bracelet, you can actually just hold them between a pair of pliers and just manipulate them so they're sitting in the right direction. Okay?
Okay.
So decide on how big you want your bracelet to be and how many links, which I've made all these little pieces earlier on. Okay? And now this is where the fun starts. We can start now threading up our bracelet. I do apologise, I seem to be dropping a lot of these today.
Don't worry
I'm still
about
distressing from this morning.
I know, bless you.
I do harbour stress, unfortunately.
Are you over it now, though?
No, no, I won't be.
No. No.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one and thread on to both of the memory wire sections.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to pop one through there, one through there, and we're just going to let it fall on top of the beads. Then we pop on another couple of beads. So one on there, one on this side. It's so much easier using this board.
That is such a clever technique because it keeps them the right distance apart and everything, doesn't it?
All we're doing is we're just threading on two beads onto the memory wire and then a little beaded section using the little...
If I didn't have a macrame board, could I possibly use a Kumo board?
Yeah, exactly the same. Yep, exactly the same. And all you do is you just keep threading in that pattern. So we have two onto the memory wire, one of the little eye pin sections.
That looks so much more difficult on this.
Yeah, that's it. So you just keep going.
Amazing.
So you just keep going, building it up until you get to the length. Now don't make a complete coil, okay, because we need to add some safety chains onto it, okay, because that might come off and we don't want that, so we're just going to put a little bit of, and it also helps as an extender chain as well.
Yeah.
So all we're going to do is when we've finished our completed bracelet, okay, this will be a very short one. Okay, all we're going to
earrings.
Do, cute earrings, yeah, yeah. Is we're going to cut off again about 1 centimetre, mirror image the first couple of loops that we've made.
Yeah.
Okay. Then on each of the 4 loops that we have, so we'll have 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top, we pop on a jump ring, and then we put 2 pieces of chain. You can have, I've gone for 2-inch lengths of chain, but depending on how big the wrist is, how long you want your chain to be. And all I've done is I've put on the chain between the 2 jump rings. So as you can see on the completed bracelet, if you can open it out to put it on,
yeah,
and you've got that really nice security little section of chain, and it also adds a bit of glam as well to it, I think.
I think it does, because you've got that extra usage there, but you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to, I don't have to worry that that's going to fall.
And if you notice that yours is a nice little shape, so what I've done is the top section of the bracelet I've pulled together tighter than the bottom section, and because if it sits on the wrist, look, and you see it stands proud, you get that nice little sort of cuff look. That's really nice.
I think that's gorgeous.
If you wanted it completely flat, then you would just pull each side equally the same. And that's great, and it's so simple.
Absolutely,
so if you're buying any of the bundles of beads that have got 3 different sizes of the same stone, just whip some of these, and they're amazing.
Perfect.
And you can get 2 bracelets out of a strand of beads.
That is so wonderful. Thank you for showing us that. I can't wait to give that one a go, because you've made it look so simple, but actually you would never guess with that, would you?
No.
I have got an alternate colourway now for you. I've not got any of the memory wire, but I have got a lovely selection of threaded materials with some gemstones. This would give a real different look, I think, to your whole pieces. More pearls. How do you feel about this?
I love matte stones. We don't have enough matte stones.
We don't, do we? I agree with you. Have a little look at what I've got here for you. This is your Christmas treats. And they really are a bit of a treat. Look at those pearls. Oh my goodness, they're almost sort of button in design, aren't they? You've got your plum coloured pearls, and these are your Baroque style. Just let you know, when we say Baroque, it's not, we're not talking about the location, say with like a biwa or you know, kind of the mollusk. It's to do with the shape. It's to do with how the pearl itself will interact with the irritant that's added, essentially, and that's how we get a Baroque pearl. So it's got a beautiful, beautiful, often flattened side, not always, but often, and we definitely do on this variety. And then you've also got that gorgeous organic nature to them. So not every single one of them has the same dome. There's a beautiful kick out on some lovely areas that just catch the light and really span that pearlescence over. I think it's a wonderful shape. Size on these ones are around an 8x7 I've also got in here your moonstone, which is really quite fabulous quality. If I just show you that by itself, you see some shiller and sheens. The one that's quite interesting about this actually is the fact that as I'm spinning some of them and I'm keeping my eye on them, you've got this aspect whereby the transparency turns opaque, but all in the same gem. That's just Mother Nature. That's the way Mother Nature works sometimes. Beautiful. So those ones, we've got a graduation in size, which is around 3x1 to 6x2 on these ones.
They're amazing.
Really love that strand. Silver coated pyrite, 6 mil, and you've got 150 carats worth on this. That is beautiful. Can you see how it's almost speckled in appearance? Isn't that fantastic? It's almost a mixture actually between pyrite itself and marcasite and gunmetal, and there's 1,002 other things. What does it make you think of?
It's that colour, isn't it, that's in between. We call it gilver at home, so you have that silver and gold splice. We call it gilver. That's our wallpaper colour. This is our wallpaper colour.
Is it?
It's called gilver. Yeah. So and it's just beautiful. Amazing colour.
It is
really
so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Oh, it works so well against that black as well. Let me show you it against the black. Matte black. Well, frosted black agate.
So you can imagine those 2 colours in that bracelet with silver memory wire.
That's
exactly the
going
same.
to look stunning, isn't it?
That's very Victorian and very sort of Downton, isn't it? And
very Downton. Look at those together. Actually, you'd be able to make some gorgeous masculine pieces with these two.
No, absolutely.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they're so funky. I really do. Size on those ones, again, is your 6 mil on these that we have here. I just think it's such a beautiful pairing, I really do. So, let's have a little look exactly what we've got. Because I've not even talked to you about the cord yet. What a muppet. Have a look. Satin cord too. Your red, your black.
Wow.
And your gold.
I love this gold. It's one of my favourite colours.
Why do you like shimmering gold so much?
Because I'm a massive fan of olive green.
Yes.
And it's quite an antique gold, isn't it? It's not a bright in your face, bright gold, is it?
Old gold,
it's more of
isn't
an
it?
old
You're
antique
right.
gold, which I really like.
You are absolutely right. It's kind of those big ornate gilded frames kind of gold, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Love it. So let's reiterate. You've got 30 metres worth of your high shine satin cord. You've got your matte agates. You've got your pyrites. You've got those stunning real Baroque pearls. And you've got your white moonstone. Your price point for Christmas treats. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? It's okay. Let's make it better.
Oh my, I wasn't expecting that. Did you know? Did you know that?
Of course I knew that. Of course I knew. What do you think of that?
Oh, that's amazing. No, I love that.
That's an astonishing price point, isn't it? If you think you'd be happy in most places to pay that just for your pearls. If you got a genuine pearl strand for $14.95, a genuine necklace of real deal Baroques, you would be over the moon to buy that for $14.95. But actually, you're getting 4 strands and 30 metres worth of your satin cord. What do you think?
That's brilliant.
What would you do with this?
Well, I would make 2 of those memory wire bracelets without a doubt. I would use those completely and then do something amazing.
And how
with
much
those.
would we sell?
£20. Yeah, I sell those for £20.
So actually, you could make about 2 of these from these 2 strands.
Yeah, exactly 2.
And just with those 2 strands there, that's £40 worth of profit, money-making possibility.
Yeah.
Just for these 2.
That's amazing. I think this is an amazing idea, doing these alternate colourways to kits.
It's good, isn't it? Because not everyone's pickle will be tickled with this colour range, but this is a bit different, isn't it?
I mean, we might mention something to Pip in the new year.
Yeah.
Is when we have designer inspiration shows that, for example, I would have had one colourway as my kit and the second colourway as my demo kit, so we can show 2 different ways of working
like
with
that idea.
it.
You just like to make more work for yourself, don't you?
But why wouldn't you? Because I love matte stones.
I know, gorgeous, isn't it?
And I don't think we do enough. I've met so many people in workshops that adore our matte stones. They're beautiful.
This is massively unisex kit, I've got to say. I just love it. Me too.
Gunmetal and matte black.
How many other people do as well? $14.95. You've got yourself a bargain. Congratulations, everyone. Right, Mark,
incredible.
I'm back with you, and we are going to get a little bit Kumo-y.
Yes. Now, this is for Margaret, who was on the workshop on Tuesday.
Margaret.
And I've shown this twice before on the show, and Margaret wanted me to show it again because she's going to be home this afternoon to watch it.
Hi, Margaret.
Margaret's lovely.
Oh, you're having a lovely afternoon,
I'm so
Margaret.
proud of Margaret. I won't tell you Margaret's age.
Okay.
But she comes from the other side of Birmingham.
Yes.
And she comes on her own on
Yes.
2 trains and a taxi. And she has an amazing day with us, and then she goes home again, and she's lovely.
Oh.
And after the workshop on Tuesday, she was off with friends to watch Glenn Miller concert at the local theatre. So she's lovely.
Oh, I hope you had a lovely time, Margaret.
No,
Hello,
she's
lovely.
She's lovely.
You love Margaret.
So this is one of my favourites.
Okay.
And I just adore it. Now, I haven't done this colourway in the kit. I've left this to do the demo with. Okay. So it's basically this bracelet next to you. So instead of having 3 colours, I've used the chocolate brown and the purple. Okay. So this is incorporating 12 threads. So what I've done, I'm going to show you how we'll start on the small disc, and then I'm going to show you how to finish on the large. I know they had some of these on the morning show, these fold-over clasps, but Liam was able to get any for our show or not.
Fab.
Okay. So if you look on the Kumo disc here, I'll just show you how we're setting up. So we've got our 4 dots, north, south, east, and west. Okay. So one of our colours, we have left and right on a dot. Okay, so in here I've got number 24 and I've got it on number 8. Okay, the other 2 colours, we find north and south, we miss a slot and we pop in 1 colour, and we do a mirror image of it below the brown. So I'll use the colours. So we've got the brown going across, we've got the turquoise top left, bottom left, and then we've got the purple top right, bottom right, each. So we've got that middle dot, we miss a whole slot, and then we use the 2. So number 13, number 2, and number 18, and number 14.
Got you.
Okay,
Perfect,
this is amazing. I love this. Sorry, I'm I must stop saying I love this. I get told off all the time.
Why? Who by?
My other half, because I get a bit passionate about it on
Do
TV.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you are a bit of a bore at home about jewellery making, aren't you?
Yeah.
I can imagine, Mark, to be honest.
Okay, so you can imagine in our house, it's a jewellery maker and a taxman. Complete polar opposites.
Oh, wowzers.
Yeah. Right, so really, really, really simple. So we're going to do the purple first, okay? So we've got a left and a right, and we've got a left and a right. So bottom left goes across to the top left, top right goes across to bottom right.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Move on to the turquoise. Bottom left up to top left, top right across to bottom right. We turn the disc 90 degrees, so we're back to our single colour.
Yeah.
Again, left to left, right, cross to right. So that's your first move.
Okay, got you.
Then we do 90 degrees. So bottom left to top right to bottom right, bottom left to top right to bottom right, turn our board, single colour, left to left, right to right. Okay, I'll do it once more and then we'll move on to the finish. So purple, bottom left, top right, bottom right. Move on to the turquoise, bottom left to top right to bottom right. Turn our board, take a single colour, left to left, right to right. Okay?
Okay.
So you just repeat that all the time. So it's really, really simple. Okay? If the telephone rings, or you need to let the dog out, or whatever, okay? So remember where you are, is before you disappear, is take one of your cords, it doesn't matter which one, you need to be in that rotation that you've been working in.
Okay.
Bring one cord up so you have a group of 3. Come back that you know which one you need to continue.
So I know that I'm going to go for that turquoisey one next to the dot.
That's it. Top right, bottom right.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you continue that, I'll move on to this big board here. So as you can see with the purple, I've left 3.
3, so you know where to go next.
So this is the cord that you get.
Oh, that is so gorgeous.
Okay. So not only do you get the twist, you get that 3-dimensional look, which is, I love it, I know. It's just a simple technique, but you get the most amazing braid from it. It's just beautiful.
That is gorgeous. I love it in those 3 colours.
Stunning, isn't it? And if you just omit one, I mean, you can have it all in all 3 and you still get that.
Is this the same braid?
Exactly the same braid, but I've used.
Can I just show how different that is?
Yeah, just because you're introducing a pop of colour with the turquoise there.
I absolutely love it. Same
exactly the
braids,
same. Exactly
just
the same.
A different
colour. I mean, you could have one colour if you wanted to, but you still get that 3-dimensional
3D.
twist.
I love that.
Which is really nice.
I think that's fab. I love it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, to finish, what we're going to do, we're going to, and I've got all my bobbins and everything set up for this. And I came back from the workshop the other day and was doing this, and I just love it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all the bobbins away. Okay. Obviously, because I've only got 8 bobbins, some of the viewers at home have got lots and lots and lots of bobbins, so they would have 12 bobbins set up. So we're just going to cut all the ends away. Okay. And I'll show you how we're going to use these clasps.
Okay.
Okay. So take our disc away. Because as I'm all kitted up now, I've got the weights and I've got everything now because I just adore this.
Organised.
I know. I'll just cut those off.
Okay.
So when I started, I had the 12 cords, and all I've done is I've just done an overhand knot.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to do the same the other end when you get to the length of your bracelet. Because it's quite a highly compacted knot, you can actually stretch it another couple of inches before you actually finish. So bear that in mind. If you want a longer, more slender bracelet, you get the 3-dimensional look even more when you pull. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do an overhand knot with all 12 cords.
Okay.
Okay, like so. And we're going to pull them. And then once I've made that knot, just to make sure it is secure, I take each an individual strand and I just pull each and every one.
That's a good tip.
And then the knot will become really solid. Okay, we're going to.
That's a good tip, because sometimes when you're tired, the middle ones don't get as much of a.
And which is part of my kit I've always had. And all I've done is I've just gone through one of the slots, one of the little stitches, okay, all the way through.
To create a hole.
To create the hole. There we go. Pull it too tight. So we go through to make a hole. Okay, just give it a bit of a squidge. And then you pop your jump ring through and attach your clasps. Okay? So the way that I finish using these fold over clasps, okay, because I've tried bell caps, but I just can't get on with them.
You can't get on board with them?
No.
A little bit fiddly for you, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the way I finished off using these amazing fold over clasps is take a piece of sellotape. Okay, so I'm not allowed to say sellotape.
Masking sticky tape. Clear sticky tape.
Just a little section, and all we're going to do is we're going to wrap it around our cords. Do you know why?
To stick them together.
Okay, because if you don't and you cut them like so, okay, you'd get all these little frays and you wouldn't be able to get them all into your fold over clasp because they'd be fly away and they'd all be sticking out. So tiny bit of tape, and then we're going to pop our fold over clasp over the top, okay, and then we're going to go in with our flat nose pliers and we're going to squidge it flat. I do the center first, and then I go to the left and then flip it over and do the right.
I love your tips.
I've tried so many times before the little sellotape, the sticky tape technique, and it keeps it all together. It's all nice and neat. Otherwise, you get little stray bits coming out the sides, and it'd be evil. So
that's the type of thing that people would fight with for a long time.
Yeah, I did.
That's so simple.
I did. And then all you would do is you would pop jump rings on the end, then with a little toggle clasp at the end. It's amazing.
How wonderful is that? Can I ask you, when you're spacing these?
Yep.
Are you a measurer or are you a buyer?
I'm a measurer. So I'd have my macrame board.
That was more of a kind of ironic question, really.
Yeah, so I'd lay it down on my macrame board, find the centre, pop that one in first. Find the centre of this length, pop another one. Centre of that length, pop another one. And then the smaller in between, depending on how many cords you want.
That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you for showing us that.
Okay. Do I have any more time left?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to do these, but then you've got 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah, I'll set up the next one then.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Getting into a flow with this, aren't we? Okay, I have got a little treat for you now, which will be perfect for all of you Kumo lovers, etc. Have a little look. Oh my goodness. That, for me, is just a triple bracelet or whatever. It'd be gorgeous, actually. If you want your cord, if you want your threads, if you got those blue ones earlier, then I've got a little bit of a different feel with this. We've got icy whites now. Do you think that's funky? I do. Very disco, is it, Ben? Oh, I didn't know. It's a long time since I've been to a disco. A 70s disco in particular. How gorgeous is this? I just think that is so cool. I love the idea of this sort of adorned on maybe a handbag. You know, we were talking about a lot of upselling the other day, weren't we? You know, to kind of make your pieces, your older pieces, perhaps a little bit more up to date. I love the idea of this just applied to maybe a collar on your shirt or something like that, because you know that the androgynous look is really in at the moment for women, and having that just around the collar of a neck would be perfect. Just zhuzh up an old shirt, it'd be beautiful. So you've got plenty of that with the golden studs. That's your white leatherette. It's beautiful against the skin. I would say if you're one of those people, if you're making one of those people who's a little bit funny about fabrics, some people I know absolutely hate labels in the back of their tops and things like that. If you have sensitive skin, you shouldn't have any problems with this, because it is honestly so soft, because it's that gorgeous leatherette. It's beautiful. You're a meter's worth of that, and it's 2x1. I've got your. Have you ever undone this one?
Mm-hmm.
Have you? How many strands do you get in this?
6.
6? Oh, really? Good for the money, isn't it, Mark?
Yes. Yeah. My dad taught me how to be
frugal.
Frugal, that's the word. Yeah.
Not stingy, frugal.
Frugal, yeah.
Frugal.
Yeah.
Which is funny, actually, because in the Christmas VT, you're Santa Claus and you're giving everything out, but realistically, you'd be separating all these one per person, would you? Yeah.
It's lovely. It's a lovely plait, actually. I love that.
Beautiful, isn't it? It reminds to create this plait's actually quite tricky, really, isn't it?
Yes, I've tried to do it manually. I've tried to do it with chips, and I couldn't do it. So I disposed one of the chips and just did 5 instead.
It can be pretty tricky, isn't it? This is the type of plait that they always try on Bake Off, and it always goes wrong, isn't it? So you have got a massive amount of that, 80 centimetres worth, and it's 5 mil, so real nice and chunky. I think this would go lovely with that mat.
Oh my word,
agate.
yes, yes.
Do you think? Because it's got a little bit of sheen about it. You've got 80 centimetres again here, really, really pretty with those two tones. And then we have your silver and black plait as well. Hold those ones. Oh, and let's not forget your satin cord too. So you've got absolutely loads to work with here. Look at it all kind of, oh, and I've got some more leatherette. This is just your plain white leatherette, but actually it's got the suedette style on one side and then your leatherette on the other. If I do this, you should be able to see the difference. Can you see? Okay, so if I show you this side, that's kind of your leather side, leather style. But then on that side is your, it's your suedette style. Do you get me? So you've got plenty of that as well. So your price point today for all of this should be £11.70. That's a bit of a bargain actually, because meters worth 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You've got about 15 meters worth about, all in all. So that's a bit of a bargain.
Okay.
I don't really know what to say about that.
I'll dismantle it all and Kumo with it.
Would you?
Because this looks stunning. Because it's got the silver with the black edging.
Yeah.
Once you do the Kumo, especially that braid that we've just demonstrated, you get an amazing three-dimensional look to it. Because you've got the black outer edges.
Oh, I see what you mean. And then you'll have that sheen running to it as well, won't you?
Stunning.
I'm just thinking, if I went anywhere and tried to buy 15 meters worth of, you know, leatherettes, which we have here, I don't think I'd be able to get even a metre for that price.
Be lucky. You wouldn't get $6.95, I wouldn't have thought.
You wouldn't get this for $6.95, this piece, would you?
It's amazing.
It's a nice belt, that, actually.
Again, if we're going down the minimal route, you could use that as the Christmas cake, to go around the bottom of your Christmas cake and
Just do myself a belt. I love that, around the bottom.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Oh, goodness. £6.95 for you today. That is, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because the boys in my ear are ridiculous. Basically, I've just done this and it caught the nose and Ben went, oh, you've just broken his nose, and Liam obviously wasn't paying attention, went, oh no, have you? How has she done that? Oh no, what's she done? Like it's a real nose. This is just a piece of wool, Liam. So good, mate. Bless. Congratulations to all of you who are getting your hands on this. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this sort of thing. And actually, at this time of year when all the kids are off, it can get absolutely kind of crazy. And most kids break up on the 19th, don't they? Yeah, it's absolutely crazy at this time, trying to keep everyone entertained and things. And sometimes you don't necessarily want, you know, your youngsters. Yeah, exactly. Computer games and playing with all your wire and stuff. So threading materials like this, it's nice, isn't it?
But I think for home decor, these bundles are amazing. As we were talking about using them as curtain tie-backs or lampshade, you know, all sorts of
trim,
yeah. I think it'd be amazing.
Fab, isn't it?
But take it apart, dismantle it all, and be frugal with it.
Why not?
Yeah.
$6.95 for you. Okay, I'm back with you now. Have a little look. Where are we going to now, please?
Okay. Well, we're going to have a go at this alternating square knot on this bib necklace.
Have a go
which came about.
Okay.
Which came about by accident.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, first of all, is cut a piece of the memory wire, the necklace variety.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've probably got about 2/3 of a whole coil in here to start with. And all we're going to do is we're going to again make loops at the end, stop your work from falling off. Okay. Again, simple. So into the coil, 90 degrees, and then curl the loop back. And we'll do the same on the other side.
Okay.
So again, we go across into the coil 90 degrees, and then we take the loop back. Okay. Need to be quite firm with our memory wire.
Super duper strong, isn't it?
Okay. So, and I've put on 5 pearls here for the demo. I think I've used 5 for the finished piece. But because you've got a length like this, you could go mad. But what I'd probably recommend is only go to a point where the beads start going up vertically. Otherwise, you'll have your work going out at funny angles, and it'll start flopping. Okay.
No, we don't.
So you could probably get 9, maybe 9 or 11 until it starts curving away.
Okay.
Okay. So next, we're going to attach our cords. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop our memory wire on the board, and we're going to just keep it in place with a couple of pins. So I put one pin in one direction and one in the other, like staking a tree, and that'll hold it nice and. Have you got a garden?
I do have a garden.
Do you garden in it?
briefly.
Do you mow the lawn?
Yes, I mow the lawn.
You mow the lawn.
And I plant bulbs at the appropriate time.
Okay,
but I
that's
don't stake a tree. What's that?
Well, you only stake them if you plant them.
Oh, I get you, to keep them upright. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's how you stake a tree.
Got you.
Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to place our first cord, and we're going to use the purple Eslon. Okay.
I love that Eslon.
And it sounds a lot, but you need a piece fingertip to fingertip length.
All right, wingspan,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just cut a piece off for the demo.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to fold that in half, and we're going to cut it. So in effect, we now have four separate pieces. Get my pliers out of the way. So we're going to cut that in half and fold it again. Okay, so we've now got four loose threads. Okay, so we're going to attach them to our memory wire using one of 5 macrame knots, which is the lark's head, which is a really nice way to attach your cords. So let's start in the center. So we'll just take those to one side. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the loop that we've made underneath the mirror. So you can see it so that's the front.
Yeah.
So you've got the threads coming under the bridge, we call it, underneath, okay. So that would be the front of your work.
Got you.
And you can see that would be the back, because you'd see wire, and they've got the threads coming out. They sit quite awkwardly, okay?
Yeah.
So that's the way we attach our cords. And we need to do a little bit of square knot to start with. So we're just going to tilt our board. We're going to separate our 4 strands to find our central lazy strands, which we're going to attach in the bottom. And then we're going to do, I think for the finished piece I did 5 square knots, but we'll just do a few on here. So you need to make sure you pull nice and tight, and then this will also keep the lark's head from opening up.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just do some ordinary square knots. And again, this whole piece is the square knot, okay, which we're all familiar with. There's actually only 5 knots in the world of macrame.
I always think that's amazing, because the variety on looks
there are
is
thousands of different techniques, but fundamentally there are only 5 basic knots. Okay, so we'll just do a couple more of that. We'll just finish the right hand side off.
Okay.
Like so. Okay. And then we would bring across a bead, and we would pop on the next set of cords, pop on a bead, and then the next set of cords. Okay?
I see. Okay, so we do that between each.
Yeah, Then if I unpick this.
Yeah.
My poor boards, they do get put through the mill. Okay.
You do use them quite a bit though.
Yeah. So at the end of that we have this that we've got here.
I love that just like that, you know.
Well, absolutely. You could wear that, a big lion's mane.
Yeah.
I mean, combine different colours.
Oh, I love that.
Perfect. Okay. So as you can see, this is the back, because you can see the bare wire. Okay, so we just flip that over so we can now see the front.
Fab.
So I'm going to attach this to the board exactly the same way, and we'll start designing our necklace. Pop our 2 pins in each. Okay, so each section, there's my bead, there we go. So we start from the left or the right, entirely up to you. And as you can see, our first section that we made when we popped our lark's head and we did our square knots have 4 threads coming through, okay?
Yeah.
And we've done our first row, that's attaching our cords, okay? Second row, we don't do anything with the first 2 cords, so we dispose those, and we're going to work with the next 4. So it's always in sets of 4.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just move those out of the way. So we can see that set of 4, okay? So the 2 middle cords of that set are going to now become the lazy strand, okay?
And they almost loop in actually, don't they?
They do the job for you.
They do it
They
for
tell
you.
you where they want to go.
That's good.
Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to make a square knot. If you wanted it to be particularly neat, you could use the other side and use the grid, the different points on the squares. So what we're going to do, we're going to tie the first knot. We don't want to pull it tight because we want that little butterfly shape to form.
Okay.
Once you've reached that size of the loops, just pull your 2 cords down, and this will stop your knot from moving up or down.
Okay.
Okay. Pop in another pin just above. Then we know it can't go any further. And then we're going to do the second half of the knot. So we've done the left side. We're now going to do the right side. Okay. Just bring it back into its knot again, like so. Okay. I think for the necklace I've only done 1 square knot. No, I haven't. I've done 3. So we'll do 3 for the demo as well. So we've done 1, 1.5, 2.
Yeah.
2.5. 3. Okay, so that's our first one. So all we're going to do then is move on to the next section, so we can take those out. So move those all to one side. So we know we're going to do it in sets of 4. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4. So we're never going to work with those 4. We can discard those others for now. So this is why it's called alternating, because you're alternating between the sets of chords.
I see. Okay.
So we have those 4. We can definitely see which 2 are going to be our central chords.
Yeah, because they're looped in a bit.
Because they're looped in a bit. So we pop those on our macrame board, little slot at the bottom, and then we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to do our 3 square knots. Okay, so just roughly, if you start your knot and then just pull the cords down, so it mirrors what we've done earlier. Take another pin, pop it in there to hold it, stop the knot from slipping. Do the second half of our knot. Okay.
Yeah.
And this was a massive rage in the 70s, but with people used to use garden twine to make shopping bags.
Really?
Yeah, they look amazing. Netted shopping bags. They were massive in the 70s, as well as the plant pot holders and that sort of thing.
Oh, like you used to have your spider plant in?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we used to have one of them.
Yeah.
We used to have one of them.
Okay, so you continue all the way along, and so when you get to the end, you wouldn't have used the 2 chords. Okay.
Keep those out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So row 3, we know we got to work in sets of 4, so we omit the first 2. We take the next 4. Okay, so just move the board slightly, and you can get the central 2. So we get those 2, pop them in your board.
Yeah.
And then we do exactly the same. So we take the chord that's to the left, and we take the chord that's to the right. Okay. And again we make our diamond, and you see the diamond starting to form. Pull the cords down so the knot can't move.
Yeah.
Pop it in our pin. Then we do the second half of the knot. So what you'll find is as you're doing piece, you'll form a pyramid shape, because you're omitting every row. You're omitting the 2 chords from the ends.
I see. Okay, every time.
Yeah. So we're just going to pull that. So you would just continue all the way to the end of this row.
Yeah.
You'd omit the first 2 chords. You'd work on the next sets of 4 all the way down until you've reached a point.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what I've done on the finished piece is I've taken those 4 chords that have been redundant up till now, and I've done exactly the same. So I've used those 2 central chords as the lazy. So I've popped those in the macrame board, and then I've used the outer of those 4 again to tie square knot.
So that's how you get that spun out section.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
it's not all just going down.
No.
Got you.
So then what we did was just make sure they're nice and securely in the macrame board there, and then you would tie it so you get a little triangle forming. Again, start off with a knot and then just pull nice and tight, pop in a pin. And what I've done is I've tied a couple of square knots here, and then I've taken some of these amazing little gold spacer beads that you get sometimes in our findings kits, and I've taken all 4 of those cords, threaded a bead onto the end, come out through the hole in the bead, a couple of macrame knots again, and then chopped off the ends. And I've done that all the way around until we get to the completed piece of work, which we've got on the left. And all I've done to form it's the half hitch, which we did in the first technique.
Okay, yes.
Exactly the same way.
Beautiful. It
And
looks
that's just using 2 chords. So you can be really, you can use the satin cord that comes in the kit to do a completely different, thicker look if you wanted to. What you'd have to do, if you didn't want that V shape, if you wanted, for example, if you were making a scarf, instead of having the memory wire loop, you would have a straight working holding cord across your board, and then you just repeat. So the first row you would do each 4. The second row you'd miss the first 2, carry on with all sets of 4. Third row you'd bring back the 2 outer cords, and you'd have another row. So you just keep alternating. So you'd have 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3 all the way down. So you get that netted pattern, but in a straight format rather than on a little sort of bib, if you want. It's exactly the same technique. It's brilliant.
I absolutely adore it.
It's very simple.
I really do.
Really nice. It's using the Essilon cord with it. It just makes it. Or you can just leave it as it is and have a big lion's mane and.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd love that.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
I like the fact that this is a statement piece in the sense that it takes up quite a lot of area if you wanted it
But
to.
it's weightless.
But exactly
Absolutely.
that.
No, it doesn't weigh anything. Just the weight of the beads that you have placed around the outside of the necklace. And if you wanted to, you could hang drops and all sorts from the outside edges.
I love
But
it.
it's really nice, really simple. Again, it's a square knot, but it's just a different way of using it.
It is so beautiful. It really, truly is. And I love the way it creates that shape in the centre of every one.
Yes,
It's almost kind of a stained glass window sort of shape, isn't it?
That's right. And the necklace directly to your left, the turquoise and brown one, all I've done is I've taken 2 of the satin cords. No, I haven't actually. I've used the turquoise and the brown S-long, 4 lengths of each, fingertip to fingertip, and I've done the half hitch braid.
As you did before.
Make sure you have a meter.
Yeah.
I've taken a piece of the memory wire, and all I've done in the centre, you see the lark's head to attach. Okay.
Yes.
So then all I've done is I've just panned out from there and done the little lark's head knots all the way around, and then just suspended drops. So it's got a lot more beads on it, but it's the same sort of, again, the half hitch. It's a macrame knot. There are 5 macrame knots. There's the lark's head, which we've shown you. There's the half hitch, which we've shown you. There's the double half hitch. So instead of doing it once, you do it twice. Okay. Simple. And then you've got the square knot and you've got the twist. And that's it. They're the 5 knots. That's if you can master those 5 knots, you can. Some of the work that Deb Rogers has been producing with a micro macrame is basically the same knots that we've been using on straightforward macrame, but you can just do so much with it. We're just scraping the surface on Jewellery Maker for macrame at the moment, I think.
Versatile.
Wait for next year. It's going to be ace. Can't wait.
I can't wait either. Thank you so much for showing us all of those. I think your pieces are just, well, they're stunning, aren't they, really?
They're very simple. They're elegant.
But they don't look it. I don't think you'd be able to tell. I think sometimes it's quite easy when you're a jewellery maker, especially when you make a lot of jewellery, to look at a piece and know yourself that it's quite simple to do. But actually, you've shown that a beginner could create this. But as a beginner, you're probably watching this thing and I'd never be able to create that, and now you've just seen Mark doing it and you know you can. So do get your hands on this kit today, £21.95. It's fab. Your name's gone off my screen a couple of times, about to go for another time. Do check out your baskets, it's a fab price. Mark, how's your challenge going?
Well, I've done half of a bracelet.
That's not a lot.
No.
It's all right, you've got plenty of time. You've probably got about 50 minutes-ish. Is that all right? Okay. After the break, I have got a price avalanche for you. It means we're going to be starting high and going low in price for you. So you can get your high ends and your bargain basements in this next hour. Stay where you are for me.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck.
Where is everyone?
What have you come dressed as?
We're doing the princess thing.
No, we're doing the best Christmas story ever.
What?
I thought we were doing the reindeer thing.
What reindeer thing?
Yeah, the reindeer thing. We're going to ride it afterwards.
Oh, okay. I thought I was supposed to be Jolly Saint Nick, and we're doing Rudolph the Ruby-Nosed Reindeer. What? We're not doing Ruby. Yeah, we're doing Rudolph.
No, Opal! Guys,
What are you doing? I told everybody to have one advert within this, not one each. What are you all doing? Okay, guys, I'll tell you what then. Why don't we do just a simple Merry Christmas to the camera? Very easy. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, as soon as we've established that we're doing Rudolph the Ruby.
No,
That's ridiculous.
Okay, guys, on 3. You're going to wish Merry Christmas first. 1, really good. 3.
Merry Christmas, Jewellery Makers! So let's go anyway. I agree with the reindeer.
Today I've been on Mark's Chips and Nuggets. It's been amazing. I've had a great day, I've got lots of nice things to take home, and it's not even over yet. And one thing that really impresses me is the value. I get a full set of gems, I get the wires. Mark's been really very, very helpful today. I don't have that much experience, and I'm going away feeling very, very confident to have a go.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our Winter Nights Designer Inspiration. It is getting freezing outside, but we are going to keep you warm with some gorgeous treats and delights. Speaking of a delightful treat, I am joined by the ever so wonderful Mark.
That was good.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm distressing now.
Good, are you?
Yeah, you've cheered me up.
You're kind of shaking it off.
Yeah.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
When you get at home, are you going to rant?
No, glass of wine.
Glass of wine, that'll sort it out.
Yeah,
You'll be all
glass of wine
good.
always helps.
Yeah, you'll be all good.
Yeah.
Now, I have got lovely Mark with me up until 5 o'clock, and he's working on his challenge. We gave him a triple strand of quartz. You all right, love?
I've lost my challenge, actually.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, you spend the next 50 minutes trying to find that half a bracelet.
All right, okay.
Now, I have got for you a price avalanche. Now, if you're not sure what a price avalanche is, we're going to start off high and then we're going to work down low. So it's a great opportunity for you to get your hands on a real variety of goodies, because it's nice sometimes to be able to get really low price but then have a high price one. This way you're going to know-ish what's coming up, because we'll either match the previous price or we will be going lower. We're starting off high-end. I have got luxury for you to start off with. I can promise you that we're going to be under £100 for the first strand, but then we're going right the way down to less than £10. I have got a spectacular strand to show you now. I have been very, very lucky actually to already have this gemstone from this location in my presence once previously before, but only once. It's Songian sapphire. Now, when we talk about Songia, we're talking about a location, so we're talking about an area. Have you got those pictures for me, please, Ryan? Can you show me the picture of the mine first, please? Thank you. I'm just talking to my director, by the way. This is a picture of the mine, and this is in Songia, which is southern Tanzania. So can we see this pit, this water area here? This will be an area whereby there will be a washing process, but also you will actually get small areas of the Songian sapphire there. How gorgeous is that as a view? Wow. They're huge machinery, absolutely massive. Diggers, huge lifts they use to get this gemstone. If you want to have a little look at where exactly Songia is, I've got a map for you. So Songia, you'll be able to see is in the bottom, near the middle. That is the mine. You've got the 2 pickaxes there, right down at the bottom. You can also see the Tanzanite mine on there, actually. Right up near the top, so kind of the opposite end. You see the one with the 2 pickaxes at the bottom of Mount Kilimanjaro? That's actually where we get our Tanzanite from. So it's kind of at the other end, really, of Tanzania that we get these from. Now, Songian sapphire, as you've seen on that description there, that's a small description about Songian sapphire that Steve wrote for us. It is a kaleidoscope of colour that you get with this. Now, this is a stunning gemstone that I think you're kind of going to fall head over heels with, really. You already know the quality because of this box, but I think you're about to be really blown away. Congratulations to you all who's already getting your hands on this. Let me get this out of the box for you, if I may. I know. One of them. This Songian sapphire is Astonishing. Sangia is by far the most sort of prolific, what am I trying to say? Prolific, that's one. Area to get your sapphire from in Tanzania. And it is one of the areas whereby you will get this kaleidoscope of colour. Now, let me just really quickly run through a checklist, things you need in your mind. Clarity, saturation, tone and workmanship. Those are the main 4 things you're looking for in this, and boy oh boy, you have every single one. This is exceptional, it really is. The fact that I'm going under £100 for one of the most sought after locational sapphires is astonishing. Look at that saturation, wow. Goodness me. It is multicoloured, so you're getting a range of tones through here. Actually, Sangia sapphire is quite an interesting one. It's kind of one of the most recent sapphire locations, realistically. Only pulls out quite small yields, really, as we'd expect from sapphire. But actually, we only started mining for this in the 1990s in that location, which is why it's gone so kind of high up in popularity, really, because it is relatively new. But of course, that means the yields have gone down. It's an amazing array of tones on this, isn't it? It really is an array of colours. It truly, truly is. Now, I need to let you know that because we don't get this gemstone in very often at all, we get sapphire in, but sapphire could come from a variety of different locations. What's wrong? We've not got many. We've got really low. We've got two already gone, 2 have already checked out, and that means we've got how many left? We've got 7, 6 left now. Okay, 6 left. This is genuinely a gemstone that we cannot get in that often. I've only ever had it in my presence once. I know that Carol had a Sangia sapphire on the other day, and she said it's the first time she's ever had it on Jewellery Maker. I've only got 5 opportunities left. I promised it was over £100, your price point today. This is like going to Milan to buy a one-off, unique, beautiful ball gown. This is like going to, I don't know, Paris and getting off an individual hand-created pair of shoes. This is kind of the go-to location for one of the most exquisite gems in the world. Sapphire already is here, isn't it? Sapphire already is there. Sangian sapphire is a step above the majority. It truly is. What do you think of this strand, Mark, for that price point?
Just had shivers down my spine when you took it out of the box. One of those wow, look at me strands, isn't it? It's incredible.
Isn't it?
Absolutely incredible. See, I'm just amazed because being a complete novice, when I first started watching Jewellery Maker, I thought, okay, sapphire blue, ruby's red, emerald's green.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, the more I work here, the more I'm learning and picking up. And as Ed says, you know, every day's a school day, and you know, you wouldn't think that you can get orange ruby or orange sapphires or pink sapphires, would you? It's just incredible.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So I feel quite privileged to be in its presence, really.
Will you please just look at this? Can you hold it? Have you seen?
Have
a look at it in the flesh, because honestly, it's astonishing. Because I know that you know your gemstones, and I know you like to research your gems.
Yeah.
As sapphire goes, what do you think of that?
Okay, I've chosen my favourite section, I think. Yeah, I've chosen my favourite section. You guessed my favourite section.
Mark?
Yeah.
Do you think we should take £5 off Sangia sapphire?
No.
Do you not?
But it's an avalanche, isn't it? So we're not going to put a £5 on. So
well, no, we're not putting £5 on. Good point.
Okay.
What about if we took £10 off it? It's going to happen.
Does that mean we've got to drop everything else lower as well that's following it?
We've just taken £15 off. That is a never seen before price point on this. Congratulations, everybody pays the same. This is the start of your price avalanche. That means that everything coming after this will either be £54.95 or lower. What do you think for the quality of this? Because I know you know your gemstones and I know you know your sapphire.
Wow. That's amazing, actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Really
My favourite section is, you see with your left hand, there's a little blue section.
Yes.
And then there's a sort of, you see almost luminous green little section. There's 4 or 5 luminous green stones. They're incredible.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
Eye-popping brightness.
That's nice colour as well, that sort of steely bluey grey. That's beautiful.
I love that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a massive favour. Could you check out your baskets? The reason being, I've got more in baskets than I have quantity, but also because my director and my producer are having a mini meltdown, wondering, like, is there something wrong with the internet? Thank you, Lisa. No, nothing's wrong with the internet. Lisa's just checked out. 54, thanks, Lisa, you love. 54.95, check out. I've got 3 of those left. Congratulations to everybody getting that. Wow. I was about to kiss it. That would be weird. I won't.
No, we're doing, we always kiss our stones on the morning show.
Yeah, I know, but not. That's not the way that designer inspiration works.
There's a fisherman. I forgot his name.
Oh my gosh, why are we talking about fish with
Yes.
Ben again? Where has this come from? Right, go on, Ben, fill me in.
Fish again.
Right, go on, Ben.
There's a fisherman.
There's a fisherman.
Television fisherman presenter, and he used to always kiss the fish people.
Oh.
I remember that from the 90s.
Kiss the fish.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Ben.
Sounds like it could be a Katy Perry's new song.
I kissed a fish.
And I liked
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, we're now going to go. What?
Oh.
Time and a place.
Yes. I think you're going to absolutely love this. Liam's just said this is a very serious gemstone.
It's another little
You'll
box.
love this. It's another little box. I think you're genuinely going to adore this if you haven't already seen it before. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Take a look. Gems of Distinction. What do you think?
Wow.
And we know this is going to be £54.95 or less.
But it's got to be less, isn't it?
Maybe. Maybe not. What do you think of this strand?
It's exquisite. Well, this is why aquamarine is my top gem this year, without doubt. And it's this particular shade of blue I like as well. I'm a massive fan of the bluey aquamarine rather than the sort of the green opaque that we sometimes have as well. This is definitely. How much is this? How much is this?
What?
How much is this?
It's going to be £54.95 or less. £53.95 maybe, who knows? It is your stunning aquamarine. The clarity is sensational. And the workmanship, this has got like micro faceting in areas. It's stunning. Keep shaking your head. Do you love it?
Yeah, I'd use it with rose gold.
Oh, gorgeous. What would you do with this strand then?
Oh, gosh.
With your rose gold?
I'd keep it really simple, I think. Just simple rose gold spaces in between.
Cute.
And just a necklace and earrings, drop earrings, 5 drops, graduating size, just a bit of rose gold in between.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that idea. Because it's going to make it pop, isn't it? Price point, we'd better tell Mark for Distinction Aquamarine.
Okay.
That's why. Your price point's obviously going to reflect that. Price today. What?
That's £10 less than the sapphire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it? What do you think of that price?
Oh my word.
Do you love that? For this, again, for the quality of this, again, have a look at it. Go on.
I would just keep it and look at it every day. And
Well, you can't keep it, you have to give it back now, but I'll let you have a little nosy. Because I know how much you adore it, and I think that quality stands out.
Yeah, this is the blue I like. That's just amazing. That's gemstone quality, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
That you would see set in jewellery.
Yes. That's the type that you see in the Blue Book of Tiffany's, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, even the small stones at either end are big.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, decent size.
Yeah.
Do you love them?
Yeah.
Okay, give it back now. Thank you, Mark. It's not for you.
Okay.
Thank you. $39.95. Congratulations. If you love it as much as Mark, do get your hands on that, because just taking the fibre off. Okay. Oh my days. We have got some spectacular gemstones on right now.
I keep seeing these tassels coming out.
Hang on. I'll be honest with you. We did have that meeting this morning, so I didn't have that much time to prep, really, if I'm honest. I saw a picture of this. I did not realise that it has got something a bit unique about it. If I said kyanite, what's the one thing we don't really expect to see on kyanite?
Clarity.
True, very, very good. What else? When we talk about how it looks, how it appears.
Facets.
Yes. Well, we've got both of those things on this strand. Oh my goodness. Pete, get me torch. We need to see through this. This is serious. Faceted kyanite. I need my torch so you can see the clarity on this. It's absolutely phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Now, kyanite, if you don't know about kyanite, essentially it's so difficult to facet. We very rarely facet it. It's only been faceted in the last kind of memorable years, realistically. The reason it's so hard to facet is because depending on how you cut this and depending on the structure, so whether you're parallel or perpendicular in the situation, in the kind of form of this, whether it's perpendicular or parallel, there will be two different levels of strength on the Mohs scale. So literally, with a fraction of difference, I could go from a pretty strong 7 on the Mohs scale, so pretty strong, all the way to a really low 4.5 on a Mohs scale. That means, and that's literally a fraction, that'll be whether it's parallel or perpendicular, literally a fraction in it. And that means that with this, even if you polish this in the cutting process, even if you polish it in the wrong direction or put too much strength on the lower scale of the Mohs scale in the 4.5 section, the whole roof will shatter just from polishing it incorrectly. Once it's cut and once it's faceted like this, that's fab. That's all right. It's done. The work's done there for you, so you don't have to worry about the strength of this. The lapidris, though, this has been a bane of many lapidris lives. We've had to send this to so many different areas to ever find it to be able to get it faceted. But it is here for you today. I can't peek. Bless him. Ooh. That's me having a strop. We'd better find it, Pete. I'm serious. It is, the clarity on it is astonishing. Honestly, I think you're going to be blown away. Don't get me wrong. We still have those internal inclusions. Are you lending me your phone, Pete?
There you go.
Brother Pete, you little love. I hope this works. Because it's a cold light, so it's a bit different. Can you see that, Pete? How's it looking?
Oh my word.
There we go.
That.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Sorry if that's shining in your eyes. Sorry. Thank you for this, Pete. I like your phone case. So you have got clarity to this. You've got it faceted. We know that it's going to be under £40, do we? No. Is it? Yep. £24.95. You know it's a bit of a shocking price when Mark just rolls his eyes. And that is exactly what just happened. Do you want to know one of my favourite facts about kyanite? One of my favourite facts about kyanite is a little bit of a geeky one, but it's the fact that for kyanite to form, it is put under the equivalent in pressure of a lead block, okay? A lead block that is a meter's worth squared, so a meter's worth lead block, a meter's worth of a lead block that is 9 miles high. Isn't that astonishing? That is the weight and the pressure that needs to be present for this gemstone to be created. That's amazing, isn't it? Isn't that amazing? There is a lot of kyanite under Manhattan. You're absolutely right, there is. It's absolutely gorgeous, Strad. I completely love it. At that price point, to get a faceted strand of this kyanite, you're probably getting one of what, 2% of all kyanite jewellery maker currently has, possibly? Because I can't think of the last time I've seen faceted kyanite. I've probably seen it about twice in the last year. Let's have a look. I paid 20. You've got a few more bits here. Are you matching this around your cabochon though? That'd be nice. £25 for one cabochon. Stick with us. Thank you for that messaging. $24.95.
Though, isn't it? £25 for a cabochon.
Depends how big the cabochon was.
Okay.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ben, what are you, Ben, you know what I mean? It's that big. Microscopic! Thank you for sending that in. Oh, get that home, appreciate it. My favourite? Opal. Oh, I should have brought that book for you, forgot. I'll bring you a book next time. Now, this is your fire opal, and it has got serious clarity. That doesn't happen often. It genuinely does not happen often with fire opal. It's kind of gem quality, realistically, that you get any clarity with, and we have got plenty of clarity with this, especially with kind of your amber tones and your kind of lighter yellow tones. You're getting plenty of clarity there. This is a really lengthy strand of opal. I absolutely adore opal for far too many reasons to comment on right now, but fire opal in particular, I think, when it's this quality, is kind of, it's hard to beat realistically. It truly is. It's sometimes known as girasol as well. If you hear of girasol or girasol, depends on who's saying it, that is this gemstone. If you ever want to do research on your fire opal, if you type in or search for girasol, it will bring up the same amount of info, because that is what it's referred to, especially in Spain. It's the Spanish word actually for sunflower, I want to say. So you've got beautiful, beautiful sunflower tones. It is sunflower, I've just remembered. Beautiful sunflower tones bursting across the surface of this, which is just absolutely beautiful. Now, this one is from an open cast mine in Mexico. It's from, when I talk about an open cast mine, by the way, what I'm talking about is quite different to, say, the opal that you get in the majority of Australia, for example. An open cast mine from Mexico is essentially on the very top of the surface, so we don't actually dig into it and tunnel into it like you might expect us, and like we do for a lot of opals. Say your Australian opal will kind of burrow into the earth almost. It's much more, I always think of it like an amphitheatre. You'll kind of clear the top surface and then dig out a little trench, and then you'll clear that and then you'll dig another little trench, and it kind of gets steps down. So it's an open cast, that's where we get this from. And the region in which we get this, in Mexico, is it's really, really beautiful scenery, this beautiful scenescape of all these massive ancient volcanoes that used to erupt, you know, spewing out all this magma. That's the area in which we get these from, which I love that about the colour, actually, because it is just so beautiful. This was once worshipped by the Aztecs. It was one of my favourite eras to learn about at school. This was once worshipped by the Aztecs for being the stone of the bird of paradise. And you're going to be in paradise when you see the price. I absolutely love it. If I can, I'm going to try and drop the price on it for you, because I love it, and I want you to love it too, because I just am overawed by every strand. Your price point today is £14.95. This gemstone has travelled the world to get to you right here, right now. The clarity on this is astonishing, and clarity in fire opal, do your research, have a little look. In fact, you know what? I've got half my stock gone on this almost. In fact, if you do you have those little book of gemstones? You know, the little book of gemstones that you get, I think, with every sort of third or fourth order, if you're lucky. If you go and have a look in the F section of that, if you've got F, and learn a little bit more about fire opal, Steve even states in there, actually, you know, if you want to get your hands on fire opal, the best to get your hands on is the one with clarity, but it's so expensive and it's, you know, not particularly affordable. So if you just want the gemstone at an affordable price, go for the opaque fire opal. You've got clear, clarity, transparency on fire opal at the affordable price. If you do have those little book of gemstones, look in AF for that because it will explain it. Say it to me again. Not many of these left at all. How many approximately? About 6 of these left, mainly because I've got double buyers on this. Don't worry though, once you lot check out, I will still have a couple left over. I just love them. It's gorgeous, it's fresh. Do break up the colour if you want to. If you're a bit of a Rebecca, keep it as is and just go wild. If you're a bit of a Mark, you know, individually spare them out. Colour group, size group. Am I right?
And what's wrong with that?
No, I didn't say there was anything wrong with that.
Okay.
Would you do that though? Am I right? Yes. Yeah. I thought so. You have got beautiful strands here. Do appreciate it. Do enjoy it. $14.95. Oh, I just love it. Once everybody checks out, once everybody checks out, I'd probably have about 1 left. Is that right? Am I safe to say that? Yeah. I'd have 1 left once everybody checks out. So congratulations, everyone. It's stunning. We've only seen these once before, by all accounts. I've got just less than 100. 925 earrings with earring backs, but possibly unlike you've seen them before. How much? Oh, I did not know that. So we know it's price avalanche. We know this is going to be $14.95 or less, don't we? We understand that. Let me just show you first off the backs of these. Are the butterfly backs, the lock butterfly backs. Can you see it's got 925 stamped there, so you can tell instantly that these are 925. I really think, Mark, you'll have some great ideas of what to do with these. So these are your earring backs. Sorry to get my fingers in the way, I just want to show you them. So you've got the butterfly earring backs, which means these are going to lock into place. Let me put the back on, if you don't mind, because I want to show you the back, and then I want to do the grand reveal. It's a little things, isn't it? Little thing. So I'm putting the back on. So there we go. So this is the back of the earring. Again, not only do you have the 925 stamp on the earring post, you also have it on the actual earring. You've got your loop here. This will be your side view. Look at that. And then get ready. This is your side view. Come ready for the front. Oh, that is gorgeous, isn't it? Mottled, speckled, high, beautiful quality, 925 sterling silver shields, marquise shaped studs. Do you know what? Just that for me as a stud earring is sensational. But look, you do have that loop at the side for you to attach and dangle your gemstones. What do you think of these, Mark? 95.
I've never seen this shape.
Gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely. I mean, see, I would use that. I know it's sterling silver.
Yeah.
I don't know actually whether that's the right thing to say, but I would use that as a platform to attach other things too. So I can imagine maybe gluing that with some sort of polymer clay or resin on the front.
That's a nice idea.
And then suspend chandelier drops from it, from the front as well as the back.
That is a gorgeous
does that make
idea.
sense?
Yes, it does. Can I just ask you, if you were going to a high street store and buying a pair of these, what price would you expect for a pair? It is genuine 925. They have the 925 not only on the butterfly back, but also on the back of the shield itself. So people know this is 925 if you're selling it on or if you're giving it as a gift, because it's written on both earrings in 2 parts. How much would you think of for a pair?
Ooh. Are we talking about a shop where you can get your ears pierced, or are we talking about a high-end jeweller?
No, let's just go ears pierced. Let's go that location on the high street. £30? Would you expect me to say to you, you could buy a pair for $9.95?
No.
Well, you can't. You can buy 3 pairs for that price. 3 pairs for 95 pence. You guys have gone absolutely coco loco for these. They are sensational. They are so stunning. They're really workable. And the lovely thing is, because of where that little loop is at the back of the shields, marquise, whatever you want to call it, and because of that slight dome, it's almost like a hidden little, you can have a hidden little charm to these. Have a look around them. They are sensational. And don't forget, they do have the butterfly back. And can you see, if you look close, can you see the little nook there? Can you see the little nook? About a third of these is gone, ladies and gents. Sorry about that. It's just we've got so many multi-buyers on this. Can you see the little nook there? That's kind of almost like your extra lock detail, because when the butterfly bat steps over those, you could feel a little That's really weird, actually. I just said you could feel and then made a noise, which makes no sense. But you do know what I mean. You hear a, and then you could tell that it's locked into place, and it acts as a little ridge, and it kind of locks it almost. Great, because you're not likely to, lose an earring. You're not likely to have your beautiful favourite 95 earrings fall out of your ear. These can be worn day, night. Half my stock has gone. $9.95 for 3 pairs. If you were to, do a really, really simple set of earrings with these, what would you do with them? How much would you sell them for?
I think, am I allowed to cover the shield or not, or just as they are?
Do what you want. You've got 3 pairs here. You can do what you like.
Gosh, I don't know. £15, £20, £17.50, something like that.
That's great. For $9.25, that's a bargain. I like that.
Yeah.
So what would you do with them?
I would put maybe something like the, don't know, another marquise. Is there any way you can flatten that curve?
Yes, absolutely you can.
I would flatten that. I'd flatten it.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably attach the same sort of shaped marquise, maybe that kyanite that we had earlier, and then have a big chandelier, bulky drop, maybe a piece of chain from the back with lots of little individual stones dripping from it. That would be That would be more than £20 actually.
Well, yeah. With kyanite.
Yeah.
I should hope so. You're giving it away. $9.95. 2/3 have gone right now. $9.25. Just to let you know, the sizing on this is 14 by 7 mil on these ones individually. Peter, can I ask you something? Why did you look like a mole then? Why did you kind of do a...
I just heard a loud noise.
I heard a loud noise. Oh, Brother Pete, I adore you. We startled him. It was a bit meerkat, like, I heard something. $9.95 for you today. UARF15. I've just realised the time. I'd better move on because I've probably got about 10 left, have I? Once everyone checks out. Maybe more like 20, my producer just told me. If everyone checks out, headed into my 15s on that. Anyone want the last in our price avalanche? Hang on though. I know everyone wants it to keep going, but I'm just thinking. I said to you before, price avalanche, and it was gonna, end under £10. Technically, I've already done that, so we could just end the price avalanche now, couldn't we? Come on, this is Jewellery Maker. This is designer inspiration. Where are we going? Oh! These would go sensationally with that first kit. Really sensationally. Have a little look at this. Beautiful. Really wonderful. Wasn't it? Faceted pyrite. It's very similar, in fact, to the one in that kit. 8 mil on these ones. 200 carats worth we've got there. Jigpea. 13 is your code on these today. They are absolutely sensational. Your price point, it's the end of our price avalanche. Let's go out by really making those prices fall and freeze. Your price point today is a chilling £6.95 for you on these ones today. They would go great with your kit, wouldn't they?
Perfect.
They're a bit smaller than the ones you had in your kit.
That's like Gilver colour again, isn't it?
Yeah, good old Gilver. Gilver's back.
Nice.
Oh, gentlemen, have you not been listening? We've mentioned Gilver 3 times today. Gilver, a mixture between silver and gold. Gilver. I didn't make it up.
It's a National Trust colour. I didn't make it up either.
Is it a National Trust colour?
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Are you in the National Trust?
Pardon?
Are you in the National Trust?
No, I'm not. No, sorry. I do sponsor the Chester Zoo, though. Sort of the same. isn't it?
No.
Wildlife-y? No.
National Trust is stately homes and houses.
Oh, yeah, it's to do with local places. Saying that though, actually, I've been to Tatton Park. You in Tatton Park?
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. Loads of you coming in for this. It's a bargain. $6.95 for you today. Okay, where are we going, Poppet? Liam's ignoring me. How rude. Yes. Under the price avalanche. Okay. We need to be serious for a moment now. I have had a little look online. I've had a little look at our website. And for this gemstone, I've had a little look through. Can I just get my notes? Just a reminder. So, on our website, I had a look. There is a selection of rubies that we have on there. I've excluded any of the ones that are in bundles because that's a bit confusing. So some of them are bundled with like quartz, that's a bit confusing. So for purely ruby by itself, we have only got 16 strands on at the moment. 10 of those 16 are completely opaque. Now we know when we're looking at ruby, clarity is one of the things we're looking for. So out of the 16, 10 that we have right now, that I've seen in real life, that I've seen close-up pictures of, etc., are opaque. So kind of maybe not necessarily what you're definitely looking for in your high-end ruby. So I've now got 6 left, haven't I? 6 that have clarity to them. Out of those 6, 1 was natural, 2 had filling, 3 had filling, and only 2 had heat treatment. So that means that on our website right now, only 1 in 16 strands is natural. And that is as highly regarded that around 90%, up to 95%, even more than that in some cases, of ruby has had some sort of treatment. Now, treatments are fine. We always say that they are fine. But we find that with the Big Four, quite a lot of you will only want to purchase the Big Four at a special occasion, special event, if it is natural. I am about to show you a strand that is natural. The fact that this is natural, you already have to be preparing yourself for a higher price point. I have said to you, you know, a serious time now, you know, no messing around, because I think sometimes when we bring you certain gemstones with such astonishing attributes, we can become a little bit nonchalant about them, which is why it's so important that right now I state to you that not only does this strand hold for me all that I would wish for it to hold, oh my goodness, but also I will say to you that for me personally, the fact that it is natural is astonishing. Take a little look at this. Oh my goodness, it is spectacular. That is your archetypal colour of ruby, isn't it? If you close your eyes and imagined ruby, this would be the colour that you'd expect. Now, when we talk about treatment, like I said to you, out of the 16 that we have on our website right now, with only 6 of them having transparency like this one does, and clarity, which is one of the elements we look for, only 1 out of those is natural. The others have heat. Now we apply heat to them to give a symmetry in colour. We haven't needed to on this one. These have been hand individually picked for that beauty and that tone to run across all. And the other 3 that I talked about out of that 16 had been filled. Now, if you're not sure what filling is, essentially we have to fill some ruby because ruby naturally will come with a lot of fractures in certain places, a lot of fractures. And what we do is we will essentially inject, sorry if you don't like that word, we will essentially inject a lead-based substance or a glass-based substance into the ruby to give it a little bit of clarity and to make it a whole piece. Have you got that picture for me, Rai? Okay, so here's a picture of the before and after. So could you see the beforehand side? You've got, it's really, really deep. It's almost pinky in tone, actually, isn't it, in areas, which isn't necessarily what you're looking for. Look at all those hairline fractures. It almost looks a little bit like sandstone, actually, doesn't it? It really does. Look at all those cracks and all of those chips in the before picture. Now, the after picture is when it has been filled with your lead-based substance, with that glass. Now, you can see it's much shinier, it's got transparency there, it looks whole, it's beautiful. They're exactly the same pieces of ruby, by the way, just in different orders. The only thing with a filled ruby is that when you look really, really close, you get that in the middle. So can you see in the middle picture at the bottom, you've got all of those little bubbles. That's what you can get and what you can see in filled ruby, which is a bit of a shame, really. You won't have that on this, though, because this is Mother Nature. And she has worked so, so well to bring you this strand. Bearing in mind, you could be getting yourself 1–2% of the natural market of ruby, your price point today. Bearing in mind that ruby, bear this in mind for me, natural ruby is such a rarity that as a general rule, the minimum price hike on natural ruby is 50% on top of the go-to price. That's the general gemstone rule because it's such a rarity and it's so sought after. And actually, people are getting more aware about jewellery. People are kind of understanding more about jewellery. And a lot of people are making that decision on the big four that they only want the real deal natural now and again. If that is you, well, you can't do much better than this, especially when I take the price lower. I've just taken £15 off. £15 off a natural, real deal ruby strand. This has just been created by Mother Nature. This has come out of the ground as is. This hasn't come out of the ground all horrible and chipped and cracked so that we've had to fill it with lead-based substance so that it gets all these little air bubbles and air pockets in. We haven't done that. Well, colour matching every single one of these so that we can strand them up like this because that's done naturally. That's not been heated. We haven't stranded them and then basically heated them so that you all get the same colour. This has been hand individually picked out for you on this strand and we've just taken £15 off it. If you want the real deal, well, you've got it here. Half my stock is gone on this now. If you want to be able to say that you own 100% ruby, then do it now. Because, like I said, if you're buying a filled strand, technically it's hard for you to say it's 100% ruby, is it? Because it's not, realistically. If you want 100% real deal, please get your authenticity on this. Please, 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 please. Get your authenticity certificate on this because it's totally worth it. And when you're selling this on, people will want to know this is the real deal, but actually they'll know straight away because you couldn't get more archetypal and more picturesque and more depictive of ruby than this strand, really, could you? $34.95. Once you three check out, I'm going to have a handful left. Congratulations, £15 off. Probably the last time you're going to see it. It's fab. I love it. Okay, I've only got 8 of these. Winter nights. It's nighttime. The stars are alight in amethyst. I love these. Look at that twinkling away at you. Oh. Goodness gracious, aren't these stars just spectacular? I've got single figures of these already. This is our last opportunity to buy them before Christmas. Please do treat yourself to these. Starry, starry night amethyst. Workmanship that's gone into it is absolutely spectacular. That's the front, obviously. If I show you the back of these, you've got that Q-lay point from the girdle down there as well. What would you do with these to really show them off?
I would have them 5 lengths, varying lengths of chain.
Oh,
suspend from earrings. I just think look amazing. They remind me of there's a spice called star anise.
I love star anise.
These remind me of star anise. They're really nice shape. I like they're chunky, aren't they?
They are really quite chunky, you're right. Obviously,
Amazing.
a lot of work's gone into this, of course, and it is that a gorgeous amethyst. It's really, really deep Brazilian amethyst. Your price point today for the last few, it's just £29.95 for you today. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. I've got about 20 on my strand. You might get slightly more, you might get slightly less. But at that price point, for these, the workmanship that goes into them, and they're so unique, they're so individual, they're so different in appearance, and you've got them today for just £29.95. Congratulations to all of you on this today. It is spectacular. They're already going, lots of you coming in for this. Do treat yourself. As you can see, I've not got many left at all. People are on the phone lines. Once everybody checks out, I'd only have, 3 or 4 of these left? 3 left? So do check out your baskets. Look how happy my snowman is. He loves them. Do treat yourself to those, say 45 carats worth. They are about to go, so I'm going to move on. Check out your baskets, Cumbria, Cheshire and Oxfordshire and West Midlands. Do check out your baskets because we have got some set aside for you because we don't want you to miss out. Bit of blue tiger's eye. Oh, that's lovely. I love tiger's eye anyway because of the chatoyancy, obviously. But when we say chatoyancy, we're talking about this kind of sheen, this burst, this shimmer that takes place under the surface. But then you've got that blue over the top of it as well. It's gorgeous, isn't it? What do you think of Tanzanite in general, Mark? Bless you!
Tiger's eye, you mean?
Yes. Sorry, what did I say?
Tanzanite. I love tiger's eye.
Oh, sorry, I was just talking about Tanzanite in my ear. We might, well, have some of that Tanzanite left over.
Oh, no, really? No, I love tiger's eye.
It's
one of the first gemstones you get as a child, isn't it? When you go to sort of museums or zoos or something like that, they always have a gift shop, and I think children pick up a piece of tiger's eye or pyrite or something like that as a first little pocket money present, and it's something you stay with all your life, I think.
I would really like to see this with something red, maybe a garnet, I think would be gorgeous with this. I would love to see that with this, because I love those kind of deep tones together. Actually, it'd go perfectly with your outfit, a bit of blue and red. You've got 160 carats worth here. It's 8 mil. Again, one of your favourite sizes. Oh, I love that. Please pass that to me, Liam. Thank you, Liam. It's producer Liam's penultimate day with us this afternoon. Ooh, you sound like you were howling at the moon then, Ben. It's a bit weird. Do you know what I mean about these two together? That's lush, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? 160 carats worth of your blue tiger's eye, 8 mil on that. Your price point today, low as you can go, $6.95 for you on this today. It's a really lengthy strand, really lengthy, beautiful necklace. Necklace. One of my friends says that. One of my friends, I've been spending too much time with Sophie, she says necklace. She can't say necklace, she says necklace. Sounds quite posh. Pardon?
Where's she from?
Northwich. Northwich, she's from up north. Yeah. How strange. Necklace. Or necklace. £6.95 for you on this today. Isn't that gorgeous? Go really nicely with those cords that we had on earlier, actually. GVPO67, congratulations, everybody. Listen, I can't believe we've still got some. How? Apparently we were able to get 300 and, what was our quantity? 312. We've got, not left, that's what we started off with. I've already got about 200 of them gone. 115 carats worth of your Tanzanite today. Oh my goodness. 2 by 1, 8 by 1 on these for you. Can you believe £9.95 for one of the most sought after gemstones in the world? I've got about 100 of these left, which I know sounds like a lot, but it's really not, because I've got over 200 of them gone already. You have got one of the rarest gemstones in the world available to you now in almost a meter's worth of this. You have got so many of you again coming in for this. It's a beautiful selection of blue tones that we've got running through here. It is your Tanzanite. Get it whilst you can, because honestly, not only because it's an absolute bargain, you know that Tanzanite's gone up by around 300%, but also we won't be able to get it for that much longer, and we really won't unless something dramatic happens. We really won't. So please get it whilst you can. For that carat weight especially, you've been expecting and used to paying around the £100 mark, £70 mark. Okay, yeah, the shape is different, but for that carat weight, that's what you've been used to seeing recently. £9.95 for a double strand, it's almost a meter's worth. I think that's absolutely astonishing. So do treat yourself to that right now. Hello, multi-buyers again. What to now? Not got that many of these. If you're looking for stand-out exception of beauty, then this is for you. This is your Mozambique garnet. Please take a look at it for me. I can only think of 2 times that I've ever seen Mozambique garnet in the flesh. Mozambique garnet is quite interesting actually. Technically, which I always think is really weird, Mozambique garnet doesn't have to actually come from Mozambique. It's actually a mixture of 2 different garnets. One of them is a pyrope, and what's the other one called? I've forgotten what it's called now, the other one. But basically it's 2 different types of garnet that will come together, they mix together, and they are, oh, I know what it is, it's almandine, isn't it? Almandine? Yeah. Yes, isn't it? So it's those 2 different types of garnet that essentially come together, and that is known as Mozambique garnet because it was initially found in Mozambique. This is genuine Mozambique garnet, so a pairing of those 2 types of very sought after and extremely rare garnet brought together, but it's actually from that location as well. So this is a true rarity. The fact that it's been paired with gorgeous rose gold is astonishing. The quality is fantastic. You've not seen anything like Mozambique garnet because it's not like anything else. It's not like your Rajasthani. It's not like your, it's not like any other type of garnet actually. Mozambique garnet is Mozambique garnet, and it is phenomenal. It truly is. I need to let you know that I'm low on stock now. It is absolutely wonderful. If you want a quick make of absolute summit point of gorgeousness, I don't think you can get much better than this, especially at this price. This is Mozambique garnet, not just the name Mozambique garnet of those 2 different types of very rare garnet. Almandine is one of the rarest garnets in the world. It was thought to be extinct for a little bit. That's how rare it is. It's a mixture of those 2 types of garnet that's given the name of Mozambique garnet, but it's been found in different areas of the world. But this is actually that type of garnet from that pinnacle point location. This is Mozambique garnet from Mozambique, and it's been paired with 95 and rose gold. If you are a connoisseur, you know exactly what you're dealing with here. You are getting the deepest richness of garnet. It's the kind of red that Ruby wishes it could probably hold in some cases. It is unique, it's individual, and it's yours for an absolute steal. £17.95. Congratulations to everybody on that. Okay, we're coming over in a moment to have a little look at Mark's challenge, but let me remind you exactly what it was. In fact, that garnet would go really nicely with this. All that Tanzanite. Oh, you gave him a triple whammy of your beautiful quartz. Crackled quartz, all in the plain rounds, and we had that difference in size that was kind of repeated throughout. So you had a 4mm, you had a 6mm, and you had an 8mm, and they were just $14.95. Imagine that Mozambique garnet with those, or the Tanzanite. Oh, you have got just a beautiful selection here. We gave this to Mark. Mark's had a lot of fun with it by the looks. I can't believe you've made that many pieces in that short time.
There's only 3.
Yeah, but 3 statement pieces. I love them. And it is just $14.95 for you today. It's great because there's a symmetry there in the gemstone, but also the symmetry in the colouring and the internal effect. But also you've got the difference that is kind of running through evenly with the size. With your 4mm, the 6mm and the 8mm today. I'm going over to you. Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is that your impression of
it? It was a
it?
bit My Fair Lady, wasn't it? Cockney.
Cockney. It was a little bit. These are beautiful.
I always use gold
so
with white
comfortable.
quartz. I always use gold with white quartz. It's
I love
bizarre,
it.
isn't No, I just think it's that sort of classic look, isn't it? It's sort of wintry, but with a, I don't know, a sort of summery edge to it. I don't know, does that make sense?
No.
No. Okay.
Not even slightly, but I like it.
It's bridal as well, isn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Genuinely, how have we done this, please? Because that is gorgeous. That's your triple shambalery style.
Yes, yeah.
Let me show you around that. Can you tell me how you've applied the clasp to this, please? Because it's very professional.
Well, either end, I've just done a wrapped loop with the lazy strands, of which there are 3 of each, and then I've just incorporated the clasp with jump rings at the back. It's really nice.
It's beautiful. Can we have a look at this ring, please? Macrame rings. Couldn't they kind of fit anyone really a little bit?
No, you need, especially if you're using wire, you need to
know the size.
You need to know the size.
Well, that fits me perfectly, so it seems magical. It really does. I like how you've almost highlighted the main stone with the smaller ones there.
That's nice. I mean, I was going to use the medium size, but I think it would have been too much. So
Too much bling.
I like the big and the 2 small either side. It's nice.
What wire have we?
Well, the bracelet was 0.6.
Yeah.
And the ring was 0.4.
Okay. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, these gorgeous, gorgeous chandelier earrings. They are statement and beyond, aren't they?
And they're just using head pins from the findings kits. So, the holes are quite substantial in all 3 of them.
They are spectacular. Come on in! Hello, lovely. Hiya!
Hiya! Check out. Brand new tonight. This is the late show. We have got a Christmas extravaganza taking place this evening. It's going to be mega deals. We've got some absolute Christmas cracking deals. We have got Christmas jingles guaranteed. When you hear the jingle, you're going to get a Christmas deal. We have got, I'm not going to say where I'm going to jingle, but I will be jingling tonight. We have got loads in starting off. I've got Star Charms. Perfect for Christmas. Please join me 5 till 9. I promise you, Christmas extravaganza. It's going to be mega.
I will see you tomorrow with Gemma Crow. Mark's back.
Monday late show.
We will see you both very, very soon. Stay tuned. Bye.
Come and join us this Christmas Day, where the fabulous Carol will be playing Father Christmas and bringing you cheery deals.